said he's having no trouble.
Could you say it again?
He
Speller in the white.
We're on your screen.
Said earlier, Steve, undefeated.
It's simple for
This is simple.
program on Therapeutic Fiber was
Head to Broadway by way of the ball box.
Can grab your beers or whatever it is you're consuming, hold it up to your computer screen or your phone or your iPad or whatever it is, and say, "Cheers, me dears."
Indeed.
Hey.
Cheers, me dears.
Cheers, me dears.
It's Lord Satan down there, look.
Cheers, my
Cheers.
Cheers. Fuck, I don't know. My net is fucking unstable tonight, so I apologize. I apologize. I do.
Maybe the net's perfectly fine and you're unstable.
Oh well,
Jesus.
that goes without saying. That I know I'm unstable, but
Well, everybody's a bit unstable, right?
Yeah.
well, welcome to
drink more beer.
Yeah, drink more beer to stabilize.
Drink more booze.
Drink
Let's
more
get
beer.
balanced now.
Stops you being queer.
Let's get balanced.
I can get away with saying that.
Get balanced.
Percy's going to join us soon. Frank says
Gay people are totally shit. I can't stand them.
Well, they got a complex.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to get him a strike on YouTube. It's all right. Then you have to say he was just kidding because he's actually gay, so it's okay. He can say those things.
Oh man, damn strikes. They seem to come front and center. So how you guys doing?
Not too bad. Just putting a new thing in my. It just started tasting really bad before I came on the show.
Can I say, like, there's a possibility of a war starting in the next few days.
It's getting that bad.
No, a mate of mine got a live feed off some international radio system that's just struck up all of a sudden, and they got this thing on there, and apparently the code that they gave out is for a nuclear strike.
Well, and
that's
it's funny,
not going to happen, and if it does, it will all be over fairly fucking soon. So,
yeah. It's funny because I started watching Fallout Go
I can't
figure.
remember what this is called. I think it's called something like Skylark or something like this fucking internet. This radio line.
Yeah.
Some old Skynet or something they call it. Some old system.
Oh,
Some
Which has
old
got
relay.
some old radio system that's just all of a sudden struck up in the last few hours with people giving
Wow.
out codes left, right,
Wow.
and center. Yeah. War codes.
well, it kind of depends because, like, some people are kind of paranoid about this. They've got this like long range system which they do tests on it from time to time, and they literally like go flat out going, but it's not real nuclear launch code stuff. It's kind of they're practicing for the use of it.
I'll try and find it where it was, and I'll see it.
Well, you guys have a lot of fallout shelters there, don't you? Still,
Yeah. Especially where I am.
Come on,
What
Matt.
good's that's going to do? Yeah.
Especially where I am. Like, there's quite a few of them around that mine.
Yeah. They've got to be well serviced. The filters have got to be clean. The engines have got to be running. And, if you take anything in with you, it's just going to be blowing around inside. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
insane. It's just
Cool.
insane. Like,
Yeah.
Let's bring some of that in.
yeah.
Where I live, we'll probably we'll feel a full blast because it's like the Salisbury Plain in a military area. So we'll get sort of just obliterated very quickly here. So
I'm wondering, will you guys feel it first or us? Because we're just right above the U.S. So.
I'm right next to
we're right
to
in
a
the middle of
dockyard.
it.
I'm next
trouble
to a
is, the
dockyard.
cities.
So,
If you live out in the middle of nowhere in Canada, you probably wouldn't even know there's been a war's just started.
Well, unfortunately, I'm close to Tirana,
Tirana.
and Tirana, so I'm sure that'll be. Oh, let's take it out.
Yeah.
Not gonna let us. So, I'm about 40 minutes outside of Tirana.
Hmm.
So on the eastern board, so yeah, you have big places like Washington and New York City, Boston.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to?
I mean,
do you want to
it's,
hear? Do you want to hear this? These codes? Like, I've got the video for it. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll put it up a minute. Hold on.
That's right. Miracle Mile. I remember watching that one.
Yeah.
Somebody says, I've got a helicopter's coming for us, and it's like, yeah, they're all going to get away. And it's just like, where are you going to get to?
There you go.
Thank you, investigation team. Here we go.
Click it in. Here we go. Listen to this.
Message 9 group follow, stand by. Message follow. Alpha, November, Hotel, November, Papa, Mike, India, Austin, Romeo, November, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Charlie, Delta, X-ray, Mike, Alpha, Golf, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo, Kilo, Yankee, Golf, November, Zulu. I say it again. Message of 9 groups follows. Stand by. Message follows. Alpha, November, Hotel, November, Papa, Mike, India, Oscar, Romeo, November, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Charlie, Delta, X-ray, Mike, Alpha, Golf, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo, Kilo, Yankee, Golf, November, Zulu. This completes message of 9 groups. This is Senda 04 out.
Where did listen to this?
Folks. That is some serious shit going on there. What you've just heard is an emergency action message on the now reactivated Skymaster band. This band is not used for any kind of training. It's basically the US Stratcom, one of their many channels. And the code that you've just heard read out is basically a set of commands which instructs the receiver to look through a book which has a set of given instructions upon it. And these commands are only issued in the event of a nuclear incident. That is what you've just heard.
And that's it.
What you this guy who's tuning in, he's obviously got the code book then, so he knows that's what the codes are. Then is it? That's how easy it is to know what those codes are.
No, he's a radio ham. So
yeah,
he's a mate of mine called Luke. He's a radio ham. He's been listening to radio signals for years.
Yeah,
and he picked that one up. So it's apparently a defunct, as he says, Skymaster network, which has just been relaunched in the last couple of hours.
Isn't it insane?
Well, they own the frequencies; they can use them how they want.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't necessarily mean something dodgy. I mean, because I've heard people saying this and looked into it. Yeah, I know about the system they've got. You know, it's shortwave, long range, but they practice on these things, and they send. Yeah. It's not launch. It's not like a launch has happened, or you know, it's just readiness training.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Get ready.
I mean, I still think before you know the possibility of things being, you know, launched. I really think you're going to talk about what like a fucking psyop sort of thing going on. You know, more psyops. You know, let's blank out their fucking internet. Let's fuck around with their cell service. You know,
let's wind it all up.
I mean, they could wreak so much havoc, right?
You got a number of situations that could kick off. You got like China going into Taiwan. You got like, you know, Iran and Pakistan fucking messing around. You know, like.
Oh right, they did. They launched their ICBM today, did they? Ooh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
So you know, when Muslims get hold of nuclear weapons, it's not so really very good, is it? You know what I mean? Yeah.
So final, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Come on, what was it? Taiwan had that, or was it Taiwan that had the earthquake? Was it Taiwan or was it Thailand?
Don't know. Thailand's all right at the moment. Nothing's happening out there.
So it was Taiwan that had it, right?
I think you might be right. Taiwan.
And they were saying, you know, a whole bunch of people were saying that China was behind it.
Oh yeah. Oh, China caused the earthquake. Yeah.
No, China's going to be blamed for everything. Isn't it?
Oh God.
Goes back for years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. But
you know, if China wants to cut itself off from the whole of the world and everyone stop trading with them and turn them into Russia and cut them off, then go on then, just for a little fucking island. Do it. Go on. Do it.
I think Russia has you know, I think they're overthinking their friendship with China though too. I really don't think. I think China's like a lone gunman here. I don't think they even give a shit.
Yeah, they're on their own like communists, isn't they?
Yeah.
Fucking Communist Party in China, it's just got a tailpipe connected with a plastic tube straight into their face, and they're just like huffing on their own fucking butt fumes, like, you know, we're so good, we could do anything, we could do anything, we are the best in the world. It's like no. I honestly, I've said this before, it's not very politically correct, but I just kind of wish they hadn't dropped those nukes on fucking Japan. It's like a little bit that way. Yeah.
Yeah, Japan would be fucked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they're
They
already,
could have won that war with Japan conventionally, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
What it did is it made Japan go, we will always be subservient to you now. We love you. Don't fuck with us. Yeah, but it's like what really needed to happen is that needed to happen in China.
Yeah.
Because days fucking mental over there.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
They're like a fucking well-oiled machine, right?
Well oiled.
It's scary. I mean, you look at the size of the army, the amount of people they have there.
What, in China?
Yeah,
Millions.
Yeah.
Billions.
billions.
I think don't they regulate them to having 2 kids in a family and that's it?
I think they got rid of that. I think they got
Have
rid
they
of
stopped
that.
that?
Have they stopped
They got
that?
rid of that. Yeah.
Oh, they just said no. We've got TV cameras now on every street corner that can see when you fart, so we'll control you that way. You know.
So
You know,
who's
it was like-
worse? Who's worse? I hear the UK is really bad for cameras, but I mean,
Oh,
is
yeah, we
China,
got 'em.
Japan.
We got
I
them
know. I
everywhere.
know Japan is really bad too.
Yeah. We spend money on that all the time, like cameras.
Like I
Cameras
heard
are
you
doing
guys are
anything.
like say London, for instance, is like fucking.
Oh yeah, and the excuse for that is terrorism. At the end of the day, like that's why they're
Well,
doing
of course.
You know.
Yeah. That's why they put ANPR cameras up all around all the place, you know, so they pick up your registration, and they could easily be switched on to test your speed, what your speed is, and facial recognition. It could all
I was
be
going
turned
to say
on.
that facial recognition.
Well, that's a new thing, isn't it? Like facial recognition, and what's the other one as well? They're also now doing it for testing if your car's polluting, so they'll charge you £12 for that.
Because I know there was a lot of hoopla about the facial recognition bit and saying that it was like against the privacy sort of bit, and a lot of people were. I know over here they're saying, well, you can't use that technology because it invades privacy, but I mean, there's got to be a gray area there, obviously.
Do you know what? The only thing I noticed about it was that you couldn't put an extra screen in a police car for it because it had to be on all the time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've sort of said we don't want facial recognition in the UK. We're not into it, but what they'll do secretly behind the scenes is another thing. But that will only be government-controlled cameras. I mean, there's loads of cameras everywhere, but they're all connected to a hard drive in an office somewhere, which gets overwritten and nobody accesses. So, I mean, people overestimate, just how, big brother the state is. I mean, CCTV is not a bad thing in many cases. You can catch criminals and you can prove that somebody did a crime and all that sort of stuff. I mean, that's not so bad. But once the government start rolling stuff out and saying, "Oh, we're going to put our cameras up in the town centres now," and fucking, it's not going to be a local council doing it. It's going to be us, the government, doing it. We're going to have our cameras too. Then you got to fucking worry about it. But yeah. They got no money for anything, but then they've all got money for bloody cameras and stupid, stupid shit. I was riding by the bus, and on the back of the bus, there was an advert, and it had an owl, and it said, "If you fly tip, we will catch you."
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Right? Where's the money coming from for adverts like this when they say we got no money, we can't run things properly, but they got fucking money to stick a spurious advert that says don't fly tip? I think people know you're not meant to fly tip. You don't need to spend money on an advert for it, but apparently that's cool.
Yeah, it's
scary, isn't it?
It's scary, but I mean, when you look at, for instance, the threat of, say, a Cold War in the 50s, whatever, and the threat of nuclear sort of annihilation, as opposed to saying now, and the technology difference and the threat. I mean, the threat is like it's tenfold. Because of the technology that we yield now that we didn't yield back then. It's
Well, I
not
think
just
our
about
radar's got a lot better, so there's a less chance of you thinking something's gone wrong when it hasn't. But then on the flip side, I've been told, because a friend of mine was a hacker and he hacked into an actual nuclear launch system.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's silly. And he said that it was fully automated, as in didn't require two people to turn keys. It was an automated system. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of Frankenstein dickheads out there who probably think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. It's like everyone else would say very bad idea, but like some Frankenstein, like, I'm going to genetically mutate your children and drop fucking chemical weapons on your village without telling you.
They've been doing that for years, man. It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
burner.
That type of penis probably would say, we need an automated launch system. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Take the human factor out of it. Like,
I mean, the human factor.
What film was that from? Was that War Games, isn't it?
Take the human factor out of it. Yeah, War Games.
Yeah.
It's like that. What is it? That video. What is it? Phil Collins or Genesis? What were the fucking Reagan has the fucking the button.
The button next to the bed.
The button. What video is it? That
That's
the Land of 1,000 Dances. Or whatever.
Got the spitting image puppets in it.
That's it. Splitting image. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Scary, but I mean, that's probably true. I got a button here.
Or
how would you feel, Matt, if you had that button right beside your computer? Fuck you, China. Who would you aim it at first?
I think I'd be putting a large box, like a plastic box, over it inside another large plastic box. So like fucking to fend away the risk of me accidentally pushing the fucker.
Yeah, waking up, alarm going on.
You gotta yeah, it's scary, man. I mean, that's the thing, eh? It's
Land of Confusion. That's what the video's from.
Like, Land of Confusion. That's it.
Yeah.
It's human nature, though. I mean, it's curiosity that will, like, kill you, and it does 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if I press this button.
Well, they had Biden on the day about it, like, and he was interviewed about it, and he just come up with some crazy fucking reply, and then he walked off, and the people going, Mr. Biden, come back, tell us more. And he's like, right on.
The thing is, we've grown up a little bit, I think, since the nukes were first brought out. I mean, back in the day, I think the idea was if somebody got aggressive with you, you'd nuke them. And I think everybody kind of came to the conclusion, well, you nuke them, they'll nuke you back. It's all the missiles flying, we're all dead. That's it. So it's like this. The concept, I think, is that even if there was quite seriously aggressive moves going on, people would hold back on firing nuclear missiles, because once you do that, there's no coming back.
There's no coming back.
Exactly.
So it's there as a last option, not as your first kind of response. Like, oh look, Russia's come into like the east coast of America. They'd be like, no, they'd send everything and fight them. They wouldn't send the fucking nukes though. They'd be like, no, what's going on here? Like, we'll fucking stop that.
It's so final, it's a final thing, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Like here in obviously in North America, the mindset is obviously different because I mean you have before there was actually no wars fought like as in World War I and World War II, where Europe was like literally fucking devastated. So, and then you look at Japan and the bomb being dropped there and their mindset afterwards, where here is like it's almost like there's this safe haven. We're okay. We're miles and miles, but we're really not. I mean, Russia's right there. I mean, the barren landmass. It doesn't take much.
No.
I mean, Alaska was a part of Russia at one point.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
Still
But
a
I
lot of secrecy
think
with
the
Alaska,
first
isn't
course of action is weather modification, weather warfare.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, you got like bad actors like Kim Jong Il, and he's possibly, he could do something stupid. But I mean, Iran. I mean, what's their objective? Their objective is to destroy the West, destroy Western religions. So if they could sneak a bomb in somewhere and trigger it, they'd be like, oh yeah, we got rid of loads of Christians. I mean, that sort of mental type of mindset that they've got. But I don't think anyone sane is going to do it, but there's a lot of insane people out there.
A lot of insane in Iran. Yeah,
a lot of insane.
A lot of insane.
A lot of insane
with art.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. There's way too much insanity.
And Pakistan, like, just letting off a load of arms that they've already got. Like, oh yeah, we'll just let you have them as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's insane. I mean, you look at the culture now. Something small like working a job. You can't get people to work anymore. They just don't want to work. And people will say, well, no, yeah. Well, in this day and age, when you have so much more to occupy your fucking mind. But I mean, seriously, I mean, and people that do work, I mean, what's the fucking quality? It's like shit.
Worse,
right? I mean, it's progression. It's how we're going.
I'd be worse off if I was working.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, honestly, and they worry about AI, they worry about robots, and yet they do nothing literally to stop that. I mean, they're literally encouraging and saying, "I don't want to fucking do that."
Well, I don't know. I mean, posturing. Russia knows to stay inside its own borders, but unfortunately, it classed Ukraine as its own border. So you kind of go,
That's been a long time. That's a long time issue that is with Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, you were seeing that interview with Putin, like, not so long back. That American interview with him, like, and he was just like, for about 45 to about 85 minutes, he was yapping about the history, and he's going, "Well, this is the point, like." This is the point why you got to look at the history. We're going, well, fucking hell, like, move on a bit.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
But then,
I suppose what he's done, I know it's not right. It's not right, and I'm not saying it's right by any standards here, but I think what he's done is he said, no more fucking eroding our borders. Don't try it. And Ukraine is the kind of like, because this will happen to you. Yeah.
That's it.
So we got our map now, and that's it. Yeah. No leaving.
That's an amazing interview. That is Tucker Carlson.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello, gentlemen.
Dupont, how you doing?
Good. Yeah.
What did Dupont invent? Like, that's a famous name.
Dupont.
The Dupont Corporation in the U.S.
Dupont.
It's one of the largest chemical companies in the U.S.
Yeah.
You know what, Jeff? Matt's he's gonna make fun of yours because he does mine, but now I have you, so you can Matt go after him.
Yeah, we got any money? You got any money from that company?
Duponts, we get those. So in the UK, we got Duponts.
I'm getting high at the same time.
Yeah, you get any money from that company?
Yeah, it's
you might don't say that on stream. You might get raided by the Cookie Monster. Yeah,
the Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
John, have you talked to Frank at all?
Do you know what? He hasn't appeared on anything in the last 7 days, so I don't know.
Well, he said he wanted to come up.
That's
he
not
said
long.
he was going to do so. Yeah.
He's making
Listen,
Frank, 7 days. Like he's meant to be on every day. We're starting to worry about him. Like, we're going to send a search party around.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's it. I'm sure that's what he wants. Like, but I don't know. He's got his own life, isn't he?
Yeah.
Punches was around. Like I saw him last week. He came up first time.
Well, I sent him the link too. So
yeah, it's the first time I've seen him in ages. So I don't know.
Good old Punches.
Dupont, the most annoying electrical connection to Crip.
Crip, yeah.
It was not invented by me.
Crip, that's what they do with pasties, isn't it?
Yes, the Dupont Corporation poisoned lots of people. Yeah, especially in India.
Poisoned loads of people. Wow, there you go. The Bank of Cabalas sponsored loads of wars. There you go. There's another thing. Like,
am I correct in saying Dupont was the company that was connected with that movie where the guy was a wrestler? Remember, it was like he was a what was it called now? And then he had this like crazed like guy who was like, I'm going to train you to be the best. And he was part of the Dupont family.
Fox Hunt,
heir to the fortune. Fox Hunter.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah,
that's the
with
one.
Steve Carell, and he was one of the heir of the Dupont Corporation, the big
Dupont.
The company that makes the freaking the Stainmaster, the carpet.
Yes,
Stainmaster, that's it. Yeah,
and the Velcro, Nomex. They invented the explosive Anfo.
Wasn't it nylon? Nylon was one of those.
Nylon.
Teflon.
I know Teflon was definitely there.
Yeah,
they
Teflon.
invented plastic explosives.
Oh,
plastic.
That's quite handy, isn't it?
C4.
Plastic explosive.
C4, yeah.
Do you know what? I had a magnet off a speaker, like a speaker cone. I ripped this thing off, and I just had the magnet. I put yellow tape around it, and I made it out and look like a mine. I said C4 mine explosive, and stuck it on my fridge. I haven't seen that since a long time ago. I had a police raid at my house. I think they fucking took it. I think they took it, motherfuckers.
What the fuck is the bomb squad at my house?
Yeah. Come round with a bomb squad.
Speaker magnet, you fucking bricks. Jesus.
Like that. the thing like that, prizing it off the fridge. Like,
yeah. They probably sent a robot into the house. They were like, "Oh, we've got to leave now."
Robot, yeah.
That's probably why it took them 19 hours to clear my fucking house out. And it was like, really, yeah.
My self-explorer. You're talking about the Japanese movie Dark Waters, because I love that movie.
Dark Waters, yeah, great movie.
Do you remember that one, John?
Yeah, I watched it years ago. Like,
fuck, crazy fucking film.
Deep, dark.
Yeah. Well, as many were out of Japan in the late 90s, early 2000. Fuck, were really dark.
Very dark.
Ringo. Yeah, there was a lot of dark. Come on, what movie, Matt? What movie fucking scared the shit out of you?
Oh, there's been a few over the years.
Like one that really, like, you even when you think about it, it gives you chills.
There was one that flipped me out. I watched it on VHS when I was a kid. It was like they would let me have 18 movies when I was a kid in this VHS video store or whatever.
Yeah.
And all I remember is that there was this house. It's quite a simple premise, but there was a house. Got some fucking gnat flying around. It won't go away. It's a house. And these people go into this house, and then the dog they've got goes into the basement, finds some sort of like crypt, digs it out, and sort of like manages to release something. And when this ghost or whatever it is releases, everyone who's in the house, all the doors and windows shut, and they're locked inside the house, and they trying to hack their way through doors, and they can't get out, and they're trying everything, like crowbars and fucking everything. They cannot escape this house. It's like impenetrable. It's just wooden and wooden things on the. Nope, they can't get out of it. They're just trapped. And I remember it halfway through the movie. It's like they're all like they've all given up, and suddenly like all the doors and windows open.
Yeah.
So like somebody steps out, and they're like, so they walk across, and they go like, I'm free, and like somebody goes and pulls them down through the ground, like, and then all the doors and windows go jump and close again. It's like, oh. That was quite edgy, but it was probably be shit. Now I can never find it. I never found out what it was called, and I wanted to watch it again to see if it was any good. But more recent ones that I found quite scary. I would say Jacob's Ladder. Very good.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. Yeah.
Disturbing movie, nice.
Yeah.
Great flick.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy. I have to watch that. It's been such a long time. Have you ever seen Session 9?
Yeah.
Fuck, there's another one that just creeped the shit out of me.
But you probably like it because it's abandoned buildings and
it's just psychologically fucked up.
Yeah.
Psychologically, it was a really fucked up. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, but they're the most horrifying films anyway, like in the psychological ones.
It seems like it's quite cheaply produced, but it was okay. I wouldn't say it had a very high production value, but it had
It was a Brad Anderson.
Good acting. Yeah, good acting and interesting. But yeah.
You ever
There's
seen
one movie still to this day? If I see it, I shit my pants. The first version of the Carrie movie, which is
the original Carrie,
the original one,
the original Carrie.
Yeah. That's a good film. Yeah.
You're on the edge of your seat from the beginning till the end,
right to the end. Yeah,
freaking end comes up, and
yeah.
And I've seen the sequel recently. And it's not as freaky as the first one. Sissy Spacek, just her eyes, the look she has.
Oh man, that film was disturbing. Like when it was out.
Yeah, and to this day, I still watch that movie and say,
it's one of those films I probably watched about 5 times in my life. It's that bad.
Yeah.
you know what movie I can watch over and over again, and it's still just. It's just the atmosphere is just so fucking creepy. Is The Changeling with George C. Scott?
Yeah, now that's a good classic as well.
Fuck
yeah,
that movie was fucked up.
Wow, very, very
creepy as shit. You ever seen that, Matt?
Yeah. I think I have. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but
Scanners was another one.
Back to me.
Scanners. Yeah,
Scanners. Yeah,
head explosion. Oh, come on, you can't. Like Whitehead.
Yeah, it kind of had this like documentary kind of film style to them, so they kind of make you feel like it's a bit more fly on the wall, and sort of, but done really well. There was Scanners. There was what was the one where they put the video cassette goes into the stomach and he pulls the gun out of the stomach? Videodrome. That was pretty good. Yeah, quite compelling and weird. Yeah.
What's the movie? The title where all the kids are like white. They have white hair and red eyes.
Village of the Damned.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Damned.
No, you might be right now.
I think it's the Village of the Damned. Like the children have control over the city, and like all the adults are scared. Oh, that's another one that keeps you on the edge of your seat.
There were a number of those Children of the Damned, Village of the Damned, something of the Damned, and there was I think it was just called The Damned, right? They did
Mhm.
one called The Damned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was filmed on Portland Island, which is where the prison is that we've been did some stuff recently. And right up on the top, there's a bunker, and people had never really got in there to film video before. And I managed to coax the owner of it to let us go down. Anyway, that bunker, which was all highly secret and whatnot, is actually in that black and white movie with Oliver Reed, with the kids, with the the white hair and all that, and they're kept in that bunker. It's meant to be underground in the bunker. They didn't film in the bunker, but they had the permission to film the outside and the guard dogs, and you could see the house. That's her house. That's where I went. It was put in there. It's put into the movie. It's like, as you mentioned that. As you mentioned it, I've actually done that place, which was in that movie.
Children of the Corn was pretty cool. I like that movie. And Phantasm, that was classic.
Phantasm's a classic as well, like old school.
That's a classic flick, yeah.
I got no time for that at all. I can't.
You're not a big Phantasm fan? Yeah.
I can't understand it. I've tried a few times. I'm just like, and. It's like, yeah,
leaves you waiting, like,
But a lot of people are like that. There's either you like it or you don't. There's no in between with Phantasm. It's one of those movies that you gotta have an acquired taste, I suppose. You just
you gotta sit there and if you're really into it. I got a bit tired halfway through it.
Best sort of like fuck you, sort of like unrelenting, brilliant special effects. You're always kind of like, if you've never seen it before, you're always kind of like shocked when the next special effects comes. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh man, classic.
You cannot beat that.
No, you can't, man. That was fucking awesome.
Awesome.
Classic.
How many years is that now?
Horrible as well, like horrific.
The dog at the beginning.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that was Carpenter.
The head with the spider legs comes out. And
he was so great at
burning with fire.
I want it to look like this, and it has to be so mind fucking.
Yeah,
because that's what it was. It was mind fucking. Like, how many people were thinking, how the thing when you watch this and you're going. As opposed to the original thing, you're like, oh, wait a sec, holy fuck, this guy's gone way too far. But it's like, think of something that, don't even think of something because you can't think of it. It's like something that you absolutely have never seen before unfolding before your eyes. And that's exactly what that was.
Well, the thing's like not so long after The Fog, isn't it? Because The Fog's the first one, isn't it?
Oh, The Fog.
That was quite scary. Yeah.
That
was good
as well, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like some of these movies, they just capture this atmosphere where they just manage to get it all right, and it's like The Fog is one of those. It's kind of it's not a hell of a lot of special effects.
No,
a
lot of psychology.
But it's
the way it's edited, the music, the scenery, it's all together. It's just the
what was it? Montego Bay, in it? What is it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. What in The Fog?
I think that's the radio station, isn't it? The radio.
It was no, not Montego. It was
where?
Oh, maybe you're right. No. I thought it was
no.
No.
Sure it is.
Fuck you! It wasn't Montego Bay.
No,
maybe
Montego
it was.
Bay.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Don't know. I just remember doing the radio station all the way through it.
Antonio Bay.
Antonio Bay.
Yeah,
I knew it was something. Oh yeah, Antonio Bay.
Wait a second. No, that's
Montego's totally somewhere else. Antonio Bay. Antonio Bay. That's it. Yeah.
I think there was one like it wasn't The Fog. It was something like called The Mist. Have you seen that one? The Mist.
Yeah.
Like that.
Isn't that Stephen King's The Mist?
Yeah, people trapped inside a supermarket, there's mist outside, and every time somebody tries to go out, something grabs them.
Yeah.
Someone tried to jump on that bandwagon, didn't he? Like, when You couldn't. I mean, they tried to remake The Fog not so long back. Like, you know, that's fucking horrible.
It was horrible.
Terrible film.
How do you remake something like that? It's such a classic film.
Yeah,
just
don't
like The
touch
Thing.
it, isn't it? Yeah, The Thing.
Just like
I mean,
The
that's
Thing,
another
even
one.
though The Thing was remade.
that was remade as well. Like, you know,
But it was
one.
remade by Carpenter. You're like, and then the remake was, what the fuck are you thinking?
Why would you do it?
I mean, you know, the thing is, if I was a director, you know, I would, and they said to me like, we want to redo The Fog, I would say, well, I'm not going to fucking do it in the same place with the same actors, with the same story, with the same. It's going to have to be a whole new place where this shit's happening. It's going to have to be totally different, you know?
Yeah,
because like you can't try to recreate the magic of an original thing and expect people to buy it. It's like, you know, because a lot of people are going to be quite offended you even tried.
Yeah,
it's just like speaking about the remake of The Crow. It's
wow, that's another one as well.
It's everything that surrounds the first one.
The great one with the first one is he dies in it.
Exactly. Brendan Lee dies making
the movie.
And they finished the movie without him, and it's such a brilliant movie. And
I mean, why remake it? It's just like stepping on Bruce Lee's, like, you know, on his grave, isn't it? Like, fucking, you know, you're dead. Like, fucking, let's remake it. Like
and Brendan Lee was
Brandon Lee. That's what it was.
He was such a great actor. He was.
Oh yeah.
He had more charisma than his father had, and he was.
I heard his father was a bit of an asshole, like in real life. Like I
Well, he knew that, like, he was like a good fighter and everything, and when he started, being popular, well, in Hong Kong, he was a big thing. He couldn't get out on the street in Hong Kong. He was like Elvis Presley back there. And when he came back to the States, everything went to his head. And when he went to work on the Green Hornet, that went really to his head, and he started like, well, he was Chinese and he was small, but he wanted to get buffed, and he
wanted to get big, didn't he? And he thought his ego was fucking big as well.
Electrodes. No, he was kind of using those kind of electrical
stimulator.
Stimulator,
Stimulators,
yeah, he did have that, yeah. Electrotherapy.
And he died of a brain aneurysm.
Apparently. So they say.
Yeah, it's a ruptured brain aneurysm. So there was no kind of
no mystery. Everybody always likes
no mystery, kind of no freaking curse on the Lee family.
Everybody always wants a conspiracy or a mystery with it because it makes it. This is just such a boring death, like, you know, a brain hemorrhage.
It sells more. Sells more T-shirts.
Fuck, you know, like, that's so boring. Like, you know, let's say he got murdered. Yeah, all right, okay.
Like Elvis Presley, he died shitting.
He had constipation,
more or less.
You know why he had constipation? Because he was doing too much fucking medication. Like,
he was actually on the shitter, and he was like
he hadn't had the shit. He hadn't had the shit for 3 months.
Too
3
hard.
Months, apparently.
He was pushing too hard, and he ruptured a vein in his brain, and he died.
Yeah. Strain in the brain.
Strain in the brain, having a shit.
Oh, what a way to go! What a way
apparently,
to go.
Apparently, he hadn't had the shit. Somebody said it was like for 3 weeks or something. Wasn't it 3 weeks? He hadn't had the shit.
Something like that, because he was taking too much
taking too many opioid
and downers,
too many opioid fucking medication.
eating a burger on the toilet, I heard.
He used to eat what was it, banana sandwiches, like deep fried.
Yeah, banana sandwiches, deep fried banana sandwiches.
Eating a burger on the toilet. Well,
Well, he was a
was
big
on the
burger guy
toilet.
too.
I don't
He
know if
loved
he
his
was
burger.
eating
Yeah.
a burger,
Loved
but
his
he
burgers,
was
like.
on the shitter.
Yeah, that night apparently he had a game of tennis before he went on the toilet. That's like that. He got up during the night, didn't he? And he wanted to have a shit night.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But another one that's a boring story. Like anything, at the end of the day, like, poor guy
like,
died on the
there's
toilet.
nothing-
Like you know,
there's nothing mysterious about these celebrities dying. They died, like anybody else did.
well,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
when
there's a
when
couple
you
of other
remake
ones,
a
like,
movie like The Crow, when everything
Oh God, I'm
is
not looking forward to
such,
that. The remake of The Crow. God,
no,
I'm gonna watch it, but
I'm not going to watch it. I refuse to watch some of them. Like I just think no.
I mean
I'm
the
just curious.
it just
ruins the original.
Yeah.
Like, why? It's like the Poseidon Adventure. Someone decided to remake that, call it Poseidon. You know, you're like, fuck it now, like, why?
But let's face it, though. I mean, The Crow, the main reason, obviously, the main reason why it has the cult following it did is because of the death of Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really think it would have, if Brandon Lee had have not died during that? Do you think that movie would be as popular as it is now?
No,
I don't know, because it was. I still think it was a good.
It was a
It was a
good
good
movie,
film.
yeah, but
It's a
I
good
don't
it's a
think
good movie.
I don't
but
think
the
it was a
fact-
classic though.
I don't
It's not
think.
a
Yeah,
classic.
you're right. It's
Yeah.
not classic, but it was a good movie. It was. I think he had a potential. He certainly
You
had
could have
something in it.
probably done a franchise with it.
But I reckon he would have got shoehorned into the same sort of work. I think he would have just been like, "That's what you're doing. You're good at that sort of creepy, fucking soulless individual. Stick with them. Like those are the only movies you're going to ever make. Like get sort of beavered into the same sort of role all the time. At the end of the day,
Because
firing a blank gun at him with a bullet in it.
I know that The Crow comes from
That's just happened recently with a film called Rust, isn't it?
The Crow comes from a cartoon character. So the cartoon, they could. I'm pretty sure if Brendan Lee wouldn't die in that movie, that he would have probably had done a couple, like a little bit like Batman, like a couple of sequels, or
I don't know.
Well, yeah, he probably
He
would.
might have done, like, he never really. I don't think he was meant to be on this planet for too long.
Well, there was a Crow 2, was there? There was a Crow 2, wasn't there?
I don't remember it.
I
There
don't
is.
know.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I think Predator was quite good as well. I remember going to watch that in the cinema. Didn't really know too much about it, and I was just like,
3D version of that is
"Fucking hell!"
Yeah, it was pretty
because
fucked up, man, yeah.
You start going in, with these grunts, and they're kind of like, yeah, we're gonna get in there, and we're gonna, and then they start seeing all these bodies hanging up, and sort of, it's like it starts getting like, what's going on here? And it's like, and then shit starts happening, and it's like, it builds. Like everybody knows what the Predator looks like now, but can you imagine going into a cinema not knowing what the Predator looks like and not knowing anything about it, and suddenly you start to kind of get involved in that, and it kind of. And then there's like this fucking creature who's like he's hiding in a tree, and he's like you can't see him, and it's like
do you know they had lined
brilliant.
up for that, like to play that Predator was
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, no, yeah, he actually started in it, and he got fired like in the first couple of weeks, like.
Imagine. Oh, fucking imagine. Oh,
Imagine him being in it, like. I mean, the Crow. Man. I mean, imagine that he would have been like a doing fancy moves, like karate moves, like it's like a Steven Seagal, like
I mean, what is T-shirt there, like Halloween? They're all great movies, the Halloweens are great, but I mean the remakes. I mean, it's just like it's watered down. It's watered down.
Has anybody seen the trailer for the new? Sorry to butt in, Matt, but the new Joker. Joker 2's coming out next year.
The musical.
I've seen it,
and they just done the trailer for it in the last couple of days. Like, and wow,
yeah, it's more like like Pedro say, it's a musical more than kind of.
Yeah, they brought what's the name in it? That fucking
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Which is I think it's not. She's not Harley Quinn.
She's
Definitely
good.
not.
No.
She's
Well,
good. She's not
you
Harley
like her?
Quinn.
She's good.
Oh.
She's not Harley Quinn like
No.
Margot Robbie played her.
Fucking right.
But-
Margot should be in it.
Just
Yeah.
date Lady Gaga in American Horror Story. She's awesome.
Be right
Yeah,
back, guys. I'm getting a
is-
refill.
That's a crazy fucking
She's
film as well.
insane.
Yeah.
She's mysterious. She is like, oh yeah, sexy.
Sexy.
But my girlfriend, she's sexy.
A bit doubtful on that,
Sexy?
like,
No, nobody's as sexy as you, love. But you come first.
But yes, she's a singer, but she can't act. She's good
she
at it.
can't act. That's
I'd,
right.
I'd like to see that because I just classed her as like a dumb fucking model, basically pretending to sing, But if she can act, I'm kind of might have a bit more respect for her. But
The things I've seen her in, like, she isn't that brilliant. I don't
Well,
like her
in
music
American Horror Story, I kind of, she's the
Well-
kind of actress that when there's something like suspense, she keeps you in it, and
I
when
would
she's-
hope.
it's
I would hope that she spent her money wisely on acting courses, but probably not.
well for what I've seen, it was good.
Well, I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
her. Well, I've seen her in the trailer. Like, she plays this woman who's in the nut house, like in, she's got a gun, a imaginary gun to her head at one stage. That's how they meet up, like the Joker.
Mm.
And, it's just, it's, yeah. But yeah, Margot should have done it really, because Margot plays a great Harley Quinn, man. If you ever watch that film, Harley Quinn, man, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I've seen.
Fucking brilliant film, that is.
Well, the character, the Joker, is kind of my.
Yeah, the Joker's great, man. If you ever watch him in Justice League, man, that's fucking off the
He's
scale.
the
that-
best villain of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I wear a helmet with his face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they
I
all-
didn't
but the
mind.
first-
Suicide Squad wasn't too bad as well for a bit of a romp.
Oh
Not
Suicide-
to be taken seriously, just as a romp,
But there's two versions of that, isn't there? There's two versions. Is it the one? Was it the Zack Snyder did a version of it, didn't he? And they did that.
Yeah.
That which is a better one, I think. But
They were good.
yeah.
That's another good movie. Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Back to the
effective,
Future, classic film.
very
like,
effective. Yeah,
make a time machine out of a DeLorean. Yeah,
Yep.
says it all, doesn't it?
I mean, you go back to the original Time Machine movie. That was great. It's fucking brilliant.
Time machine.
He's like the Victorian. He had his Victorian thing, and he
Is
sort
that
of
the
went
one?
to the-
Is that the one where he goes through in the shop and he's like in that thing that spins
Yeah.
around?
Yeah.
and all the things are happening around him.
All the things,
and-
speeding around him like, that's a great film.
He
that.
goes to the future and he finds those creatures, doesn't he? That are in a bunker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they keep
that girl.
coming out to feed the humans or grab the
that's
humans.
right. They
you
grab
know?
the humans and they got that horn in it that goes off every day, like, and everybody just zombies up, like, and off they go, like.
Yeah.
Great film. Who's in that? Who's that? Rod something, wasn't it? Who played that? Who was that? Rod
Steiger?
No,
Serling? No.
The original one or the
No, the Time Machine, like the one 1957, I think that was. Time Machine.
that's the first one. They remade
is it-
one.
Rod Steiger? No, it's not Steiger. Is it?
No.
They remade one with
Morlocks. The Morlocks.
with Guy Pearce.
Morlocks. Yeah, Guy Pearce. Yeah, Guy Pearce one's very, very. I find that just bizarre. That film.
Yeah.
I mean, Guy Pearce is a good actor, like, but at the end of the day, he didn't belong in that.
What what's that
The
Guy
Howling.
Pierce flick that was pretty cool? Irreversible? Was it irreversible? The one where it's non-linear. It's told backwards. I think is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Guy
Okay.
Pearce.
Just sort of going back to the Joker quickly. Who do you think portrayed him the best?
Best Joker?
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Fucking right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memento. That's it. Memento.
Memento.
Oh yeah.
That was a cool flick.
That's a cool film.
Yeah. I think I'm just still in awe of Batman Begins. You know, the first of the Christopher Nolan's. I mean, that is such a fucking
Great
perfect
Yeah.
box. It's got everything you want. The atmosphere, everything is fucking there.
Oh, great film. Get it on Ultra HD, man. It's fucking unreal.
All the Nolan Batmans are insane.
Yeah.
The third one's all right, like the one with the Bane in it as well. I find that quite cool. Like as well.
Yeah.
That one.
Apart from it's very hard to understand what he's saying in some bits. You're almost sort of fucking subtitles on, but
yeah,
posh
voice, like posh voice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a far cry from the good old fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. Wow.
Or Jim
Harvey
Carrey in his
Riddler.
Sphinx with his
Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Well, Jack Nicholson, someone gave him a
Jack
fucking
Nicholson was good.
Not so long back, someone
I
gave
love
him a fucking
Jack
thing,
Nicholson.
like the sign, and it had Heath Ledger on it. He was like, "That fucking outraged."
The line that I loved the most in a Batman movie was the line that Jack Nicholson says, "Have you ever danced with the devil in the
pale moonlight?"
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Prince made an entire song out of that, didn't he? Which I think is another great song. A great music to it is Prince made that fucking film like fucking brilliant. Yeah,
that guy,
Party Man's fucking brilliant. Have you ever listened to that? Party Man.
Yeah.
What was that Prince song? Is it like Vicky Vale? Vicky Vale.
That's yeah. I love Batman.
And not to mention that Jack Nicholson was a smart guy. I mean, he didn't take pay. He fucking took a percentage of the fucking the toy sales.
The movie and
fucking guy.
And he's kind of remembered, didn't he? He's kind of remembered as the Joker because he has that face of the Joker, doesn't he? He had the proper face.
Yeah, the smile, the
proper smile, like the proper grooved into his face, like as well, like, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you always harken back to the his character in The Shining. When you think of the Joker, right?
Yeah, man, that is one hell of. I mean, some people don't really get The Shining, but I fucking love that film. I think it's great.
Oh, it's a great film. I love it, man.
Dark, sort of
Kubrick was
unwinding of someone's mind, isn't it? You know,
non-stop, like non-stop.
You know,
and you're not sure is he going crazy or has the building made him crazy?
He's typing away for ages as well, like that. Yeah. Jack is a small boy, like fuck.
Yeah. There's another movie out there like it's not. Don't get me wrong, it's not as good as The Shining. It's a movie called Cookers. And these guys, it's about these meth cookers that hole up in this old abandoned house that is apparently haunted, and they're cooking and cooking and cooking, and they start dipping into the product, and they're like tripping, and it's really cool when they play it out. It's like, are they tripping or are they actually witnessing ghosts? Are they actually going crazy? Are they actually seeing some haunting going on? It's actually really cool. Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was awesome.
Yeah, well, Cuckoo's a great film.
I'll be back. I'm just going to get some more beers.
Cuckoo's
Nest. One Flew Over. You know what? There's so many fucking cool Jack Nicholson films. His early films are amazing.
Yeah. Legend.
There's so many people have never seen And it's really what's that one? 5 Easy Pieces. You ever seen that?
I don't know. There's a
Dude,
few of them.
Check it out, man. Yeah, I'm almost certain it's
Where's
5
the one?
Easy
Where's the one he plays? He's one he plays a writer in a film as well. I can't
I'll be
remember.
right back.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes.
There's another classic I remember seeing him in. No, I remember him directing.
Chinatown's
Directed. Funny enough, like he directed the Monkeys film Head.
Yeah. He directed that.
director.
Yeah.
Yeah, he directed
But-
that film.
I'm trying to think. I think it's 5 Easy Pieces with Randy Quaid.
That's where he plays a guy.
And
in
Randy
Yeah.
Quaid is so good in it, man. I mean,
Randy
together,
Quaid's brilliant. Yeah.
together, they're just fucking phenomenal. Great.
Well, they're
flick.
bouncing off each other, aren't they, in that film?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he plays. I'm trying to remember. Jack Nicholson either plays a. Does he play a writer in that?
No, he's like they're like sailors. They're in the Navy or
right.
something. And,
Right. Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen it, but I just remember it being such a phenomenal film because of Randy Quaid. But Jack Nicholson was amazing, and I'm pretty sure it's 5. Let me just see, 5 Easy Pieces.
I don't know. There's a few.
And
films
Karen,
like-
Karen, no, it's not that one. Sorry, I'm thinking of another one. Okay,
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Says famous
that was
potatoes.
cool.
Cuckoos.
Cold.
I haven't watched that one yet. Yeah, cuckoos.
5 Easy Pieces with Karen Black, and that's a cool flick.
Karen Black.
Mm-hmm.
There's one. He made quite a few in the 70s as well, didn't he? Like,
His
probably one of his
shitload.
most productive period is the 70s.
Yeah. What the hell's the name of that movie now?
I'm trying to think of movies that are scary because that's what you started. You said like, what movies are scaring you? But we could go off into movies I love, which ain't scary, but yeah.
I could go
Going South is a cool flick too.
Fucking there he is.
Dark
like that
comedy
fly thing.
Well, there's like if you want to go into sort of like classics, like I suppose Omen.
Okay, here it is. It's The Last Detail, man. The Last Detail is the name of the movie with Randy Quaid, and that is such a cool flick, man.
Wow.
Let's see, 1972. Where'd it go? No, it's not. I think it's 76. No, sorry, 73.
73. Only
He
a year out.
King of Marvin Gardens. Yeah, Carnal Knowledge. Great flick. 5 Easy Pieces, 1970.
See, that's a guy like you want to sit down like Frank does, like, and just watch every film that's in his fucking history.
Of course, Easy Rider in 1969.
Man, what's the name? The other guy, like the I'm an American. Who's he? Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. Yeah.
I loved his performance in Blue Velvet.
Oh,
yeah, Blue Velvet's a fucking and a great soundtrack to it as well.
Yeah, great
soundtrack. Yeah,
classic flick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the one with the mask, isn't it? Who's got the mask on?
The Flim Flam Man. Yeah, George C. Scott. There's a classic. I have not seen that in years.
How does Dennis Hopper goes? I'll fuck you all the way to hell.
What
he was on the
Dennis
hinge,
Hopper.
so wasn't he? Like Dennis Hopper.
He was fucked up. But again, another classic fucking actor that made so many cool flicks.
I think the best I've ever saw him in, like I remember watching him in True Romance, and the scene he plays in that is just when he just rolls off about the people in the black.
I remember
the Mormons conquering Sicily.
Yeah.
I remember sitting down and watching that film after taking some shrooms, and my buddy had taken shrooms for the very first time.
Wow!
And do you remember the scene when they're? Do you remember the scene when they're in the fucking elevator and they start shooting the elevator up? Fucking my buddy started tripping out. He's like, "Holy fuck! I can't watch this, man! I got to get out of here." It was hilarious.
You walk in the room like at one stage, isn't it? And he's like just rolled in, and they got Apocalypse Now or something on, or one of these like Vietnam movies in the background, and he's got it on the wall, like if you want, as you go in, like he's like, wow, man.
I have not seen that. You know what movie is a really fucking crazy head fuck too? The Deer Hunter.
The odds a 4 hour long movie, in it? Is it 3.5 hours? 3.5 hour movie, like deep.
Yeah, it's deep, man. It's a head spun.
Oh
it's
yeah,
so
definitely.
good though.
It's so bad when Christopher Walken shoots himself in the end, like, but
yeah,
spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
Yeah. Well, if anybody hasn't seen that, like,
Bambi dies, I'm afraid, folks. Yeah.
Where have you been?
Christopher Walken, a movie I really enjoyed him in was King of New York.
King of New York's great.
That was
film.
a cool flick, man.
Just watched that recently. Like, great film.
And of course,
the end of the movie,
I love the prophecy flicks.
At the end of the movie, does he drive up to somebody like in a car and just like bam bam and just fucking takes them out at the end? Like
takes them out at the end. Like
yeah.
That's what is it? Abe Ferreira, I think, is the director of that one. Pretty sure.
Yeah, Abe Ferreira. Yeah, it is. It's Ferreira. Yeah.
Who's
Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant. Yeah. Harvey Keitel. There's another classic actor.
Yeah, that was remade as well. That was remade recently as well, wasn't it?
And it was horrible. It was fucking shit.
Shite. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the original was like that.
Well, I can't watch that film sometimes, like, because he's doing heroin in it at one stage, like or the foil, like, I'm going, no, I can't watch this. too close.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yeah, that was a pretty cool flick.
Yeah, that's a fucking hilarious film. Like, anybody who can watch that, where have you been?
That's been a long time.
And Spider-Man's in that movie, but a lot of people don't recognize him.
No, he plays. Oh God, what was he?
He's a hitchhiker, isn't he?
The hitchhiker in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. He's bald. He's bald. He's like got a couple of hairs.
That's right. He's got long hair though, but he's got a bald head on the top.
He's bald head on the top, with long hair on the back. It's fucking Spider-Man.
He's like that doing the bats in the fucking car, like the bats, man.
That's a cool.
The dark thing with that film is when they go and they got that girl, because there's another the actress in it who plays the Barbara Streisand freak, like, you know, and she's like 15. Get her out of here, man. She's 15.
That was holy shit.
Benicio del Toro's fucking performance is very different to anything you'll ever see him in. I mean, he's like a fucking madman in that movie, and he's not like that in anything else. But it's like I remember seeing him. So like, was it? I tried to get my drugs, but they ripped me off.
There's a scene where he's in the bath at one stage, and he's going, throw the radio in the bath, and he's going, and he's cutting up fucking grapefruit, like, with a fucking great big cleaver, like.
Throw the radio in the bath. No. Throw it in. No. Throw it in. No.
I'm not doing this.
Lewis says Scum is a great British flick.
Scum is great. I always say it until the scene in the greenhouse.
Yeah. The rapper scene. With the rapping.
Other than that, it's a great film. It was banned for years, in the UK. There was an uncut version of it which finally got on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube, the uncut version. And weird film, 1977 or something. I think is it 78.
Have you seen the War Game? The black and white BBC thing about nuclear war, the War Game.
Yeah, War Game.
No, I don't.
That is fucking freaky because it's done like a documentary, and it seems real. You know, it seems like wow. And some of the subject matter they're dealing with in that, and like they go in, this is what's going to happen after a nuclear war.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't hold back. It really doesn't. And they said we can't show this. It's too bad. The BBC banned it. They said we're not showing this. No.
Yeah, they did. They banned it for years, didn't they?
Yeah.
Another one they took off, like, because you could watch it.
Fucking
Razorhead's a good laugh.
That's a good laugh. Yeah.
Razorhead.
Razorhead.
Weird film that is.
Oh, Razorhead. Yeah, that was a pretty fucking weird movie.
What's the other one with Emilio Estevez in it, where they got the car like in it?
Repo Man.
Repo Man.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Repo Man was pretty cool.
Brilliant film.
And then you had his brother doing that movie. What the fuck was it?
The Arrival.
Yeah, The Arrival. No, not Arrival. No, it was what the hell was it? Oh fuck! He had this car, and he was in an accident, and he was taken up by aliens, and they turned him into this fucking dude that when he drove this car. What the fuck? It was a souped up fucking.
Oh, you have to get the name of that one. Like,
hold on, I'll tell you in a sec. Really
lick
fucked
that
up
asshole. Lick that asshole.
Oh my god, The Naked Lunch. Yeah, wow.
Oh, yeah. Naked Lunch.
Yeah.
That's another classic.
The best form of defense an agent has is homosexuality. Something like that. Yeah.
The Rapture. What is it? The Rapture? No.
Yeah.
Not the Rapture. What the hell is it?
I don't know. It could be a remake. A remake of Duel or something like that.
The Arrival had one of the Sheen sons in it. You know, Estevez or
The Wrath.
The
Wrath. The Wrath.
Yeah.
In a small town in Arizona, a mysterious man spirit descends from the sky and manifests in a sports car and targets a local violent road racing gang.
That's right. Kills them, runs them over.
Kills them, runs them over.
Yeah.
But
quite like Ghost Rider, and then I actually met in the UK the director of that, and I was like,
wow.
"Fucking hell, dude! I actually really rate that movie. It's fucking great.
It's a good film, right? It's a good film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like
Sheen,
Charlie Sheen. He was in a classic, wasn't it? Hot Shots Part 2. Hot Shots Part 2, wasn't it? Part 2. And he's also in there. He's got a scene where they're going past the boat, like, and his old man's on the boat, like on the other side, like they do that classic scene where they're going past each other, like from Apocalypse. Like he's like Charlie Sheen's in the other boat, and he's just going.
Yeah. And they both say, "I love you," and
I love you. Yeah, I love you.
And Wall Street, and they both played in that movie.
I tell you, one of my favorite movies, because I like UFOs as well. We're sort of going off. It's not horror anymore, but it's called Roswell, and it's really well done.
Yeah.
It's really well done, and I used to tell people like, "Fucking hell, this movie's brilliant. This movie's brilliant." And then I got invited to go to America to a UFO conference and hung out with the director of the movie for quite a bit. And whilst we were chatting, he was going like, "Oh, so what, you know? So you like movies?" And I'm like, yeah, but you know, cinema's fucking dying and all that, and it's fucking people just pirate everything these days. He's like, "Oh, piracy, what's all that about?" Then I was like, "Oh, you know, just download it on your hard drive." I said, "None of the movie studios will fucking rent them to you for that price, so you just fucking download it for free, like, you know." I said they're missing a trick, really. They should be downloading it. This was before the days of Netflix and things like this, and it's like, yeah. So and he said, "Oh, that's interesting." And it's like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, yeah, I pirate stuff all the time. Like, yeah. And he was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to tell my wife about this." I said, "Oh, your wife? She what? Yeah, she's the CEO of Universal Pictures."
Think yourself a fucking great old there. Like.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, it's true though. It's like, you know, there's no middleman now. There's no video store or anything. So you remember you used to be able to hire something for £1 or, you know, in a video store. Well, there's no middleman now. They fucking sell shit to you for like £3, £4, £5 on fucking YouTube. There's no middleman. It should be £1.
Does anybody actually buy films on YouTube like that? I'd love to know.
You buy films on YouTube? I don't think I've actually bought one before.
They're the worst value though.
Never.
You could go onto Amazon and save 50% on YouTube's prices for everything.
Oh, yeah?
It's like YouTube is fucking rip off.
They live, yeah.
And it's not even, and they're now even charging you, like if it's 21.60, they'll even charging you for that.
Oh, Death Race. Death Race 2000? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one with that's the original. Isn't it?
The original.
The only movie I bought on YouTube
fucking David
is
Carradine.
David Carradine.
That's Frankenstein.
Yeah, Death Race. It's a good old romp, isn't it? Cheaply done, but well done. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Like, yeah. Well, Sylvester Stallone in it as well.
Yeah. Young Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I got to work with that guy though. Fucking David Carradine, man.
David Carradine.
Yeah, man. What an interesting character, man.
Yeah, unique bloke, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but there was only 4 options, unfortunately. They don't give you much options. But we'll do a part 2. So you guys
Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah,
that was a classic.
That's Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
Kurt Russell. Yeah.
And then Escape from New York.
I've met his wife, Goldie Hawn.
Wow. Yeah, he was good looking in one time in life.
I think I upset her.
Wow.
She came up to watch. She came up the hill in a car and went, "Hey, we're looking for the crop circles." And I was like, "Oh yeah, we're all down here by the campfire. Come and join us if you want." She goes, "Yeah, where are the crop circles going to appear?" I said, "Well, they're usually down in this field. You know, like, well, somebody will be in there making it, and in the morning the sun will come up, and then you'll see it." Like, she was like, "So you think people make them?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've made a few." She was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, she's like reversed out and drove away. I was like, uh-oh.
She wanted real aliens.
But fair play to her. If you don't look in the right places, you won't get the right answers. And unfortunately, she's probably watching too many documentaries on the fucking History Channel. You know?
It's quite mad that she turned up. Like, I mean, I'd have been like, wow, Private Benjamin.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. I don't like lying to people. You know, it's sort of like grates me. Like sometimes you see like a family with kids, and you think like they go, "What about the crop circles?" I go, "Well, that's weird, isn't it? What do you think it is?" And they go, "Well, it can't be people doing it." And I go, "Of course not." Yeah, you know, because they're telling me it can't be people. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Why are we all here in the field?
Yeah.
and recently, I was arguing with someone that he was saying, no, they're not made by humans. Like, yeah, and I know one that makes them. He's right there.
But am I a government agent and just implanted to sow the seeds of doubt? I hear that a lot as well. Yeah.
Are you saying that Matt has made crop circles before? I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I had hair as well back then. That's why nobody recognizes me now.
Didn't you get done for criminal damage for that?
I saw the video that you posted on your channel when you went to the red door and you were a young lad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, Matt had hair.
And I was trying to do like a TV presenter thing. I'm like, we're here now in the tunnels. It's what I never do now is like stand in front of a camera with somebody filming me and say like, you film me whilst I talk. It's like, I find
okay,
cheesy.
the lighting is good. Okay, good.
Yeah. Are we ready? Go. Okay, here we are in the tunnels. There's a lot this way and a lot that way. It's very, we're off we go.
Dude, like a found footage show, man.
Oh my God.
Do a found footage.
At the time you went with the guys, Dan with Exploring with Fighters, and you got lost
Yeah.
Oh my God. The guys
Yeah.
were like on the verge of panicking.
Yeah, that
I
that must
remember
be.
What is
Marcus
that?
clicking
What
on
is
this
that?
Yeah.
and there's like a big hole on the map.
Yeah. They still say we got lost because I had the map in my mouth and a hole appeared in the center. It's a fucking huge map. It's huge. This little hole wouldn't have made any difference. It was the fact that my gimbal, huge gimbal, was affecting. It's got magnetic fields. It was affecting my compass. I was holding the compass out, going
Oh.
map, compass, and that's how I always used to work years ago. Is like I'd walk people around there with a map and a compass, but I never had a big magnetic gimbal
with
in one hand like that, trying to do the map reading like that. You literally, you look at the distance between the two of them. Of course, the fucking compass is going all over the place. Once we took that out of the equation, we found where we were really quickly. But I was going, hang on, we should be going left now, but the compass is saying straight. And I was like, go around a couple of corners. You know, well, the compass is still saying straight, but it feels like we've gone round on ourselves. And it was like, I couldn't fucking get it. You know, I was trusting the. Now there we are. You see, I was trusting the equipment, which they tell you to do when you're flying. Don't try to fly by the seat of your pants. Trust the equipment. But unfortunately, the equipment was telling me to go round in circles. So I just said, "There's something wrong with the map, or the compass is fucked. Let's just not do it like that." Yeah, yeah.
But you guys are ballsy to go there and like go at the door.
The red door.
Yeah.
The red door.
It was easier years ago. Now it's been reclassified. They got a camera on it and they'll come out and grab you if you get near it. And they've sealed all the tunnels up so it's hard to get in the first place. And
wow.
Yeah, it's harder than it ever was. And the reaction is more instantaneous and more direct than it ever was as well. But yeah.
They were trying more to scare you the last time with the smoke and everything.
Mm.
Wow. So is it so would you say, Matt,
that was us. that was Dan.
That was Dan.
He let off a smoke thing, yeah. And then they said to her, "Oh, what's that?" And it's, "Oh, what's going on?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was a lot of tongue in cheek going on there. I hoped people would kind of get that, but it's so fucking smoke. Well,
it's the kind of trip. It's the kind of booby trap that army guys would put like up the smoke, and they're going to be afraid of the smoke, and they're going to run away. You have to remember that the guys on the other side are military. I didn't take my crayons today.
When they start shooting guns, that's when you start worrying. Like,
and I'm next military, by the way.
Oh, right. Well,
I used to eat crayons.
If you watch Dan's videos, you'll kind of notice that these military people must be hanging around him quite a lot, like with the smoke grenades wherever he goes. Like, you know, so I hope people would kind of get that. But yeah,
extreme.
But being in that place at that time, I thought like it could have been a booby trap or anything.
Yeah. No, their booby trap was a little box, like a tiny little box with batteries in it. If you tap the metal, it went wee 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 wee, and it's like, and then it resets. So then when you tap it again, it goes wee 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 wee. It changes. It keeps changing all the time. The notes from it, but that was how they scared you off trying to get through that bit. If you get beyond that bit, they see you on the camera, they'll come out. You know, they like.
Oh, what? Fudge has passed away, is it? Oh,
yeah, Fudge
just passed away. Yeah,
what a shame, mate.
Yeah, I sent him a message earlier on. She was really nice, actually, that dog. So it was sad. But they do have a warranty expiry date, unfortunately. So
that's right.
I've written au revoir, Fudge, because when I had Dan on my show, when we were off air, Fudge was there, and I started speaking in French, and she was reacting, and Dan went, "Oh, wait, come on, speak in French." So I was speaking in French, and she was really reacting to the French. So yeah,
understandable, like. French dog.
That was the dog he saved. Yeah. And I said, Dan, you can't fucking do that, mate. They're going to come round your house and take it off you. You know, and he was, I gave him a bit.
Nice to get it through there, mate. That's amazing.
I gave him a bit of a ear bashing over it and said, like, well, you know, I said, no, it's really good what you've done, but if the dog gets taken off you, you know, you can't cry over it because, you know. Yeah.
She had a good life.
Luckily,
she was rescued. Yeah.
Luckily, they let him keep the dog and stuff like that. They did know that he'd taken the dog. You know, they did know about it, but they just said, "No, it's fine." They found out about it, you know. But I did say, "Well, you're taking a big chance because it's like, you know, that dog could have to go into quarantine for like several months."
Yeah,
exactly, you know,
check for report.
Well, how long did he have Fudge?
6
about
years.
2. No, is it 6? Is it 6
No,
years? No, less than
6
that.
years.
That's what he wrote. That's what he wrote on this post. That she
6 years.
6 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Dan has been at it for a couple of
Can't
years.
have been 6 years. It's got to be less than that.
Mm.
It's got to be about 3, isn't it? Because I can't. I ain't
No, I
watching
think
that long.
it's probably 6 years. Yeah.
Wow. Jesus, where's the time going like?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Fucking hell, 6 years gone by.
Just flew by.
Just flew by.
6 tears.
6 tears.
Mm.
6
6 years, man. I thought it was less than
6
that.
tears were wept.
Wow,
6
man.
tears. Yeah.
yeah. Today we lost our beautiful Fudge. She started a new adventure in the sky. We have been through such an adventure ever since finding her abandoned at the side of the road in France 6 years ago. She made
Wow,
such an
that's
impact on everyone's
Wow.
lives, and we will miss her every day. Rest well, Fudge, and good luck on your new adventure. We all love you.
Wow.
So, Jeff, let me ask
Mhm.
you, how the fuck did she understand your French then? Because Canadian
Well,
French is sloppy.
yeah, but I went with the little French accent.
Okay.
Because we talk the peasant French here in Quebec.
Yeah.
And not knowing that back in the day, the King of France was speaking exactly like I speak.
The
Right.
King
Because
of
he
France.
Yeah,
King
the
of
King
France.
of France once said, "Le roi c'est moi, les gens vont parler comme moi." That's the way the King of France, I think, was Louis the 11th or Louis 12th, spoke
Right.
like that exactly.
Interesting.
Do you speak French, Steve?
Very little. I mean, if Jeff was to talk to me, I'd understand it, but speaking wise, yeah, very little.
Okay.
We are the indestructible Gaulois. We all those Romans around us.
Yeah. See, the French I grew up with was kind of, I guess they kind of call it the lazy, because it was not so much
Fort
from
lazily.
Quebec, but it was from Sudbury.
Like
So it
pidgin
was
French type thing.
It was kind of slang. It had a lot of slang,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like if you were to speak, somebody from Sudbury was to speak to somebody in Quebec, they'd understand each other, but there'd be like, okay, what the fuck, you're lazy. Your pronouns are fucked.
Like in New Brunswick, they
Yeah, New
speak
Brunswick, same thing.
French and English. They mix it up.
They mix it up.
It's-
I'll be
Yeah.
back. I'll be back.
Yep.
Sorry. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's really
Like, I mean,
funny.
I mean, if I do understand a lot of French, and it's funny. I just speaking wise, no, I just I don't know what it is. I just have not been able to. Although I can understand it, it's hard. It is hard.
We tried to get us
It is
to
really
learn it. when
it
I
is
was
really
at school.
hard. I don't know, Jeff. What do you think? Do you think it's easier to understand, or sorry, learn English or learn French?
Learn English. It's
Yeah, it's
easier. For
easier.
me, in school, I was better in English than in French, and my main my first language is French.
Hmm.
But for me, it was easier for me to speak in English, and I think it's easier for someone that speaks French to learn other languages,
Yeah.
because French is kind of a well, it's not like Chinese or Japanese. It's kind of a hard language,
So, you know,
but
when I was at school,
But I mean,
we had it.
you
We
know,
had it as part of the curriculum, learning French.
what there? You had French?
Yeah. When I was at school, like, yeah, it was part of the curriculum. But if you wanted to learn any other language, like Italian or something like that, you'd have to go in extra classes for that. It wasn't part of the curriculum.
Well, it's mandatory here, right? It's mandatory.
yes,
I mean,
because
even in
I don't know if they
Ontario,
still do
many
it
parts
today.
of-
I don't know. I don't know if they're still doing it in school. Like, or not. It used to be mandatory in ours when I was at school. Like,
because it's because Canada is bilingual, so it's mandatory to learn French. But I mean, if it like I mean, you would be able to converse with somebody who is, say, Portuguese, because there's some similarities there, is it not?
when I went to Portugal, actually, and because Portuguese and Spanish, it's not the same, and
No,
I
no,
made
it's
the
very different.
and
Very different.
and I made the crossing. I walked the crossing between Portugal and Spain,
wow.
And it's really
Nice place. Like,
there are Latin based languages, so it's really easy for somebody that speaks French, especially with the rolling R's. The rolling R's or
Mhm. Yeah.
the corazon. The pronunciation is easier for somebody that speaks in French, because you have lots of pronunciation in Spanish that requires that rolling of the tongue, and you know
Yeah. Hey, Stephen.
blood language.
Blood language. Yeah.
I just remember my French teacher, Norman Pereira, who was a short arse, and he was sadistic and like fucking like caning and dapping people all the time. He's still alive. I've seen he's got a Facebook fucking page. I wanted to kill the cunt. I wanted to kill the cunt when I was a kid.
We had some
now he's got two little fluffy, like short fluffy dogs, and he's like there, and this is my Facebook page. And it's like, yeah, how many kids have you sadistically tortured over the years, you little fucking prick? You need to be fucking arrested for all of that, you fucker.
Yeah, I went to Catholic school with some friars as teachers, and I was lucky that I wasn't stay after school. No,
we had
the
like
sports team, so
the French teacher we had, she couldn't control the classroom at all. Like, we had our French teacher in tears. Couldn't control us.
I remember
rolling off French in French, like, you know, taking the piss out of her.
I remember we had this this Jamaican math teacher, and if you weren't paying attention, he'd throw chalk at you. And then if that didn't work, he'd literally fucking walk up to you and grab you by the belt buckle out of the fucking chair. Wow. And he'd literally fucking lift you up. I mean, this guy was a hulking fucking, like a fucking stocky, short guy.
Yeah.
And I remember one.
Like that in school.
I remember one time this dude in class, he farted. And the fucking the teacher blamed me. I go, oh fuck, man. And you know, he goes, get up. And he goes, you laugh while you let your foul air stink up our people in this classroom. Get up here. And I walk up to the front of the class, and he goes, go over there to the closet and fucking get 2 telephone books and hold them up in front of the class and don't let them
We
drop.
lost power.
Oh wow, that's not good. Like, I mean, I've had some sadistic ones. Like,
You guys lost power?
wow,
Really?
Oh, wow.
gone like
ghosty Jeff.
He's frozen now as well.
Frozen like we had a sadistic one. We had a guy called Acton Page.
Yeah,
and he was our woodwork teacher, and he was like about
Woodworking
70.
teachers are the worst.
Yeah, 75, like right, and he was like he should have retired like fucking 10 years before, like, and he was like, and he would launch whatever he had in his hands with a you boy, and a fucking great mallet come across the room like that. He'd be like, "What the fuck me? Kill you if he hit you!" Like,
How many times did he hit you, John?
he never hit me. I've never seen him hit me, like, but he did throw a chisel at somebody once, like.
Chisel.
Yeah,
Holy
he used
fuck.
to throw what was ever in his hand.
Didn't matter.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Holy
He'd be
shit.
like, and he had a short, like, a short fucking
Temper.
level
Oh,
temper.
yeah.
So he'd be like, "Brr," and off he'd go, like, and next thing you know, like, he just see this mallet come fucking flying across the room, like whoa, fuck,
I've had so many teachers like that over the years. One of them, a woman, I can't remember her name now, but yeah, she got in trouble for it because she hit a kid once with a ruler rubber, like, and fucking hit the kid. But the thing is, I remember she was sadistic. She used to lock me in a fucking cupboard, like,
I've had teachers doing that,
yeah, just lock me in the cupboard for the whole day, like, and I'd be let out for lunch and go back in the cupboard, like, fucking, quite a few teachers throwing shit like that, and it could have been really nasty. But
we had a guy in teach when I was at junior school, and he was called, I still remember him to this day, Colin Reed, and he had a great knack of a brown sellotape roll, and he was pot shot every time he'd hit you with it, like that. And I remember one day in assembly, like, we had the whole school in assembly, and the headmaster's going, "I'm going to stop this kind of teacher abuse, and I'm going to sort out people who are starting throwing brown sellotape rolls at pupils." And we all looked, and the whole school looked round at him in the fucking assembly like that, and he went fucking beetroot red, like, in the fucking, as soon as the headmaster said it, like, and everybody looked at him, and he still didn't stop him, like, he still carried on, like, but he was sadistic, that fucker, like, never.
There was a teacher once, and she used to do things like putting kids up against a radiator for, like, 3 or 4 hours till they were fucking sweating and they were, like, collapsing and all this sort of stuff. Anyway,
wow.
It's bad, right? When kids were probably 8 or 10 years of age, just like, that sort of age, and she went down on her table, like, leaned over and actually put a pencil in her own eye. She went bang like that and penciled herself in the eye like that, right? And then everybody was going, "Did you hear what happened to her? She had a pencil in the eye." And all the kids were like, "Fucking, this is so amazing," because they knew how sadistic she was. They were just so fucking glad that she'd got fucked. Yeah. And to make kids, like, be like, yeah, because she was so horrible. It was just like, "Do you hear what happened to her? She's fucking good, fucking brilliant."
Oh, we had when Colin got done in the assembly, then the whole school turned around and looked at him like, that was just great, just to see him whimpering in there, because he was sat down with all the other teachers, like, and they're all like sat in the assembly, and they're all sat up against, like, as you sat there, and everybody, the whole fucking school, 300, 400 kids, like, turned around and looked at him. He just went fucking beetroot. It's amazing. Yeah, but he was another one. He used to like not cane you. He'd slip at you. And I remember one day, like, getting a slipper for just saying. He used to call out, "What's the capital of each country?" Like, he'd go, "What's the capital of France?" Like, you'd expect somebody to shout about Paris. So I went, F. And he gave me the slipper for that. You know, that was how sadistic he was.
That's what that's what this fucking Norman Pereira was like. But I mean, you know, if one person fucking started it, and I'm not saying it's going to be me, but if one person started it, and it'd be like there'd be hundreds of fucking children coming up going like, yeah, he abused me when I was at school. He's a cunt.
Yeah. Oh God,
I remember the shit they used to do when you were kids. Holy fuck. Torture.
I remember one day, like, right, we were all getting changed. You remember we used to have porta cabins for classrooms. I remember one day we were all getting changed for PE, and he was sat in there, like this Colin guy, and he was sat in there and he's watching us all. We're all about fucking probably about 7 or 8. We're all getting changed together, undressed, and he sat there at the desk, and he's like that, got that soulless look, like just looking at everybody. You know, that wasn't fucking right at all, man. That was fucking wrong, man. You know, he was just like watching us all get unchanged, like, you know, not right, man.
Creepy motherfuckers.
Very creepy.
Like watching somebody licking their arsehole. Like, it's like fucking, it ain't right, but we're still watching.
Ain't right, man. Yeah, and he was like, he was just solidly watching us. I mean, people like were in there. I mean, kids like even at 7 or 8, like you're looking at that, you're going, that's not right, man. You know, it just makes me shiver, man, when you think about it. But, yeah.
Crazy. That's insane.
That fucking leg is. It's not actually scratching anything. It's
the cat his leg.
The leg's just.
You now knows you're talking about him.
Well, there he goes.
Where's that? Where
he's on it now?
Yeah.
Stop it. What are you doing?
You making fun of me?
Making fun of me.
Yeah, there's a few teachers over the years. Like I could fucking name quite a few names. And
I had a bloke who had me up against the throat like that. He actually lifted me off the ground as well.
Mm-hmm.
We
I had one pick me up and throw me over his fucking head.
No way.
Wow. Yeah. That's abuse. I don't get what anybody says.
Could have broken my fucking neck, like, you know what I mean?
We grab you by the fucking neck and put you up against the lockers.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, he was brutal.
I had a teacher called Colin Burgess, like, and he was like my year tutor that year, and he had me in the office, like, right, and he literally lifted me up, and he said to me in the room, he said, "No one will believe me. I've done this. You know. So if you go and try and get me done for this, nobody's here seeing it, you know." And he had me at the front. I was like that going. Like that, you know?
Yeah, nobody has seen you doing it yet, but like 15 or 20 people will say he did it to me too.
Yeah,
that's
it. Later on, like,
but
he didn't like me one bit like that day.
Come on, John. What was the worst thing you ever did in school that you got in shit for?
We nearly got the cane for. We used to have this thing like where we used to go in and we had an assembly hall, like, right. So we all used to go in there when we got bored. We had 15-minute break in the morning. I think the first one we had was like from 10:15 to about 10:30 in the morning. So we would go in, and then they would after we'd finished that that morning break, they would do the assembly all up for dinner, put tables and chairs in. So one day, like, we come in, and there was about 12 of us, and we smashed that fucking place up. Like, I mean, we were chucking chairs, tables, fucking. The floor was highly polished as well, because you used to polish all the floors like to mirrors. Like, we come in there, we got all these chair-like things all over it. And at one stage, when we were on full fucking blow, like smashing things, throwing things across the room, like, teacher come in and he'd go, yeah, he screamed like that across the fucking thing, like. And next thing you know, like, we're all lined up, and we literally, like, they picked out the 3 of us. Like, it was me and 2 other lads, and we went up into the headmaster's office. He said, "For that, I could cane you, but we don't do that anymore." You know, so, you know, and he, you know, I got suspended for a week for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you,
man?
man?
Just smashing the whole thing place up. Like.
It depends. Like the early years, we were pretty psycho, like smash things up and do things. Yeah, like smashing things up. I used to take desks apart instead of doing the lesson. I would just be like there with a screwdriver taking my desk apart.
Yeah,
quietly, so nobody knew I was doing it. I'd have a collection of screws, and we make sure those desks were wobbly and going to fall apart. Shit like that. Yeah, all sorts of fun, really. Yeah, we used to piss in the heaters. Like later, this is a bit later on, and like piss in the heaters so that when you came back to the class, the stink would be so bad you couldn't have the lesson. Yeah.
We gotta leave. We gotta leave.
We let a stink bomb off in the classroom one day. Like we had to sit in it, and the guy refused to open the windows. Yeah. And another famous one was like letting all the fire extinguishers off in the fucking school hall. If there's a fire in there, the fucking place would have caught fire. Like let them all off.
Yeah.
We let on. You know those powder ones. We let one of those off once, like in a toilet cubicle, and it filled the whole fucking thing up with white. Like, and as soon as you hit the top of it, you hear it go woof like that, and then it a whole fucking lot went everywhere. Like,
we had like a semi riot in our school one day where we were all in the barn, which was like where we had our breaks when it was raining, and then they said, right, got to go back to lessons now, and we were all like, nah. And they were like, yeah, come on, get out. And we were like, nah. And it was like, then it got to the point of fucking screaming and shouting at us. And we were like, nah. And it was like a bit of a united front. And it was me and a few others. And we were like, fucking, nah. And they were like fucking batting us and fucking trying to get rough and all that. And we were just like, it was like holding ranks, like, nah. So they were just grabbing kids and yanking them out and fucking yanking people. It was like, nah, fuck off, nah. We got in a bit of trouble over that. But again, all the shit that went on between us and them, a lot of it was never fed back to our parents because they knew the way they were treating us was also wrong.
Wow.
So it never got back. It never went back.
We had a fucking great big fight. We had a big riot start one day where we had all the bullies, where everybody just got fed up with the bullies in the school, like, and everybody had a go at them. And there were at one stage there was like 30 kids fucking fighting, and it all started a couple of weeks before when we used to have in assemblies. Every class had to do a play in the morning, like on the stage. So this lad brought up this thing about having to go at bullies, like everybody team up and have a fight against the bullies. And he said this 2 weeks before it happened, and then 2 weeks later, next thing you know, there's a fucking great big fight, like 35 kids, like 40 kids fighting all the bullies. And it kicked right off, proper fight. Like, and my mate of mine, he had a fucking great bruise on his knee, like, because he was just kneeing people all the way, like fucking mayhem, man. Yeah. Proper fight.
So I just heard back from Percy. He's not going to be able to make it. His son, unfortunately. They were in the. They had to take their son to the hospital. He fell bad fall off his skateboard and said
stop doing it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So he's not making it, but
but look, he's all repaired now, so he can come back on. Look, he's literally got photos of the proof that his kid's repaired, so he can come back on.
You wanted to say hi to everyone. So
bring on another excuse, Percy. Yeah, fucking
bring on another
one. Next time, obviously. Fuck.
But he sounds like the type of guy that would have had a professional letter written by parents saying, "I can't be part of this because blah 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 blah." Look, I've got a photo, so I can't come back on because look at the. It's like that's not your child. That's not even your child. I've seen your child. Your child's got different color hair. Like, it's like, where do you get that photo from?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time. Well, I'm surprised Frank and Pontius.
Like I say, I don't think Frank's got any internet at the moment.
Yeah,
either that or he's just doing his usual
Yeah.
I remember when I got my school reports, they were all bad, and I fucking
Oh,
altered the marks I had and shit like that. You know, and give him. I don't know. My parents bought it. I don't know how the fuck they bought it. But it was
Wow.
like, yeah.
I got a kid. I actually got a kid removed from school, like in my year. Like he was my best mate. He was called Paul Jones. Like he was one of my best mates.
John
at
Paul
school.
Jones.
Well, no, his name was Paul Jones. He was a drummer, like, but he died at 19, like of a heroin overdose. But I remember me and him. Like, if it wasn't me at the back of the classroom, it was him. If it wasn't me at the back, I was outside. So I stood outside the classroom, looking in the window into the classroom. And I remember one morning, like, right, I was so many times the headmaster used to walk along the corridors. Like at 10:30 in the morning, like he'd go do a wander around the school, like,
and he'd go, "You're
and he saw
again."
me, yeah, and he saw me, and he
"You're
said,
again."
Yeah, and he said, "What the hell is going?" He said, "What the hell is going on here?" Every morning I walk down this corridor, I see you stood outside this classroom. What's going on here? So he's like gone inside and he's had a word with the teacher, like, and the teacher's going, "Oh, I've got problems with him. If it isn't him, it's the other guy who." And Paul was out at the back of the classroom, sat against the wall, like against at the back of the classroom. So it's like, you know, it's those two, they're just terrorists, you know. Yeah. So,
I had a teacher once. Oh, the teacher.
No, I got my mother complained about it because we used to have school reports, like you say, and
So
my
you got
school
the kid
report,
removed.
Yeah. So we actually, my mother actually got him removed from the school. Like, yeah. And just
you got your best mate removed.
I got my best mate removed.
In crime.
Yeah,
your partner in crime.
My mother got him removed, not me. Like, well,
that's right then. Blame his mum. Yeah, that's fair enough.
My mother did it, like, But yeah, I used to have that as well. I used to have the same school reports every year. It would say Jonathan is like got a short attention span. He's always looking out the window. You've got to keep Jonathan occupied, or he's off. You know, he wanders. Yeah. The mind wanders. You know, and stuff like that. And then it even said in one of them, it said, and him and his best friend Paul are the worst two people in the classroom. You know, you know, it was just, and she actually gave me a belt for it one year, like. Me old dear. Yeah, for a report. Yeah, for that. She said, right. Yeah, I used to hate because we had parents' evenings as well, where you go in and see the teachers, like, and they'd be like the same fucking thing, like, you know, he's disruptive, short attention span, you know. But I've got 30 other kids in the classroom. I can't really occupy Jonathan's time. You know, it was just fucking mental, man. I tell you, it's non-stop.
I think one of the best comments on one of my reports was, Matthew is a complete enigma. Enigma. Yeah. Well, I'm a suppository, am I, sir? Yeah, right. No.
Right. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah. I remember.
So are you calling me an enigma? That's racist, sir. Yeah.
I remember one time we used to cut through backyards, and I remember we were cutting through this is in the junior high, and you know, we dropped it into the backyard of this one yard, and all of a sudden this lady came out with a fucking broom. Get the fuck out of my fucking yard! And we're like, fuck, you know, and we couldn't do anything, but you know, she walked us out her front door or gate, whatever, and the next day we were walking down the road. And my buddy decided to grab a rock and fucking just chuck it out our window. And of course it busted her fucking basement window. So we took off, we ran, we got to school, sitting in class, and then all of a sudden I hear my buddy's name being called down to the counselor's office. What the fuck, man? Next thing you know, my name's called. Oh fuck. Right? Get down there. get down there, and the guidance counselor's going, yeah, we
I
just
bet
got a
you were
call.
feeling like this small and like,
Oh yeah,
got a report of a window being broken.
my fucking goddamn friend sold me out. Now I gotta fucking go and fucking pay for the repair.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, what a piss off.
We had a situation once when I was in junior school, where we were out one day. We got bored like in the playground, so we just decided to go and start trying to touch cars as we're going past us on the road, like, you know, run out in the road, touch the cars that's going down the road, like, you know. And in the end, like, one of my mates did it with a bus, and he nearly got hit by the fucking bus. That got us in there. That got us in the headmaster's office. And then one day we actually had a train track that went over the school fields.
Mm-hmm.
And one day we were all in there, and my mate dodged a train. He actually jumped in front of the fucking train, and it was like that as it's going down like that. And he literally jumped in front of it, and he got past it as the train went like that, went past. That got us in the headmaster's office as well. Like, you know, fucking, they seen it out of the fucking staff room. What the fuck is going on here? You trying to get yourselves killed?
Yeah, I never actually did this because I was always on the inside of the train, but there were people who were hanging on the outside of the train on the back to not have to pay for the ticket to go one station down, you know, and all that.
I've seen that.
And they started getting all like arsey about it. So like, you know, right, make sure everybody's on the train. So they would have somebody there to make sure everyone was on the train, close the doors, and they move off. So they were like, well, this is not fucking good enough. So they would open the doors to stop the train. So the train would be doing like 2 miles an hour. It'd take about 20 minutes to do a 5-minute journey. It was like,
insane. We got to stop the train. There's somebody out.
They got us. The police came when we got off at the other end once. It was like there was about 10 police officers. They were like, everybody get off a train. And they were like, you could only get off one door because they lock all the doors then. So you could only get off one door. So you have to come out single file through one door.
Wow.
Like, fucking hell. You know? I remember once, right, here's a funny one. We used to get a bus to come back from school. And they used to take the piss out of the fucking drivers. Now, it's not cool, but I mean, you know, it's like, you know, but then the drivers, some would be agitated and some wouldn't. You know, the kids knew the ones who would work the best, and they would just wind it up. So it was like double-decker bus, and we'd be running from one side to the other to try and rock the upper deck of the bus and all that sort of stuff. And like fucking opening the emergency door so the engine power would drop, and all this fucking stuff, yeah. And he said, I've had a guts full of you. I'm taking you to the police station, which was on the way. It was like at the bottom of my street. You know, he's like, so he stopped outside the police station. He said, right, I've had a fucking guts full. And he was proper red-faced. He got out and he fucking walked around to get into the police station. One of the lads jumped in the driver's seat. The engine was still fucking running, and he fucking started driving the bus down the fucking road. Wow. And we were all like, oh, it's a bit hot. This is a bit hot. So he's like, I'm getting out now. I'm getting out. It's like, that was a big thing. That was, yeah. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. I know,
because he abandoned the bus with a load of kids in it, which is like is kind of dangerous if they're, you know, you see, like, you know. He should have just sat outside the police station and beeped the fucking horn. But to get out and leave the kids in there with a fucking engine running, Jesus Christ!
We had we used to have buses that used to go. We had two schools, so we had the top school and the lower school. So in between break times, you go up to the top school on a bus, and we had the same sort of thing happen. But we used to whistle the tune. And everybody was whistling it on the bus, like, right? And the bus driver got so fucking agitated, he said, right, everybody off! And he threw us all off the fucking bus. And we had to walk the rest of the way to the school, like, and he just fucking, that was it, he had enough, like, just got us all off. But everybody was just, everybody went fucking mad on that bus, whistling that French tune, like, you know. And he's just fucking, oh, poor guy, lost it. You know, everybody off the bus now, like, you know.
You had to have a bus
assembly.
You had to have a bus pass to get on for free. So we'd all get on, and whilst we were getting on, Like people would be getting on the back as well that didn't have bus passes, so they'd be getting on the back of the bus, and he'd be going, right, who's got fucking bus passes, and we'd all have a secret way of like handing our bus pass to the like fucking the people who handed it, then they give it back to you, and it's fucking it was strategic. It was strategic, and it was fucking designed to just wind the bus. It wasn't like we wanted to wreck the bus; we wanted to wind the bus driver up.
That's right. Same thing. Wind them up.
Wind the bus driver up. Yeah.
We actually had a window ripped out of it as well, because I remember we used to have brush trees that used to go through, like, and there'd be like branches. And somebody got one inside the window, like, and they shut the window because they used to have the windows that used to slide on the top deck. Closed the window and the fucking bus drove off, pulled the whole fucking window out. Like rip the whole fucking window out.
Whoa.
Yeah, that looked like fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so delinquent when I was probably up to age 15. It was age 15. Up to that point, I was so delinquent. It was like I wasn't going to sit any exams. I wasn't going to fucking. I was just like, and they were just kicking me out to so many classes that I didn't even bother standing in the hall, because I thought standing in the hall, you're going to get seen if you stand in the hall, you know, because it's like your obvious target. So I just go, fucking wander around, and it's like that developed into like I'll wander off then. So I just if I got kicked out of class, I just go off into the countryside and into the trees and start exploring.
I had it at one stage, like, right. I remember when I was in the third year, I didn't learn a single thing in the third year, absolutely nothing. And then in the end, in the fourth year, I tried to get it down and sort it out, but it was too late. I hadn't learned too much, like, and I was still playing up in the fourth year. And in the fifth year, they put us in the dunce class. That was like
Dunce.
they call it 5T, and you were in there with every single fucking head case that was in the school, like, you know. So there was like a classroom of 30 kids, and they were all troubled kids. Like, so there was like 10 boys. I think there was like 15 boys and 15 girls, and they were all head cases. Every single one of us was head cases. Like, yeah. 5T,
it's like unspoken, but it's like unspoken. You might not even like those other people, but it's like tag team. It's like I'll take this hit, you'll take the next one, and it was like, you know, you have that respect. It's like, I don't like you lot over there, but I'm gonna fucking kick off and I'm gonna say something. Then I'll get kicked out. Then you're gonna go fuck you, and then they'll get kicked out, and then it'll be like, and it's just like tag team. It's just like
did the same.
You'll be like
exactly the same.
Respect.
Yeah, you did.
We didn't like each other, but we respected the fact that we were disrespecting the teachers.
I got all the bullies on my side. Like one day, like when we ended up robbing the fucking school storeroom, like, and and all the kids that I disliked, they all got on with me that day after that. Like, and then I remember that one. We actually cleared the fucking entire storeroom up. And they had the police and every forensic boys a lot, like, you know, come in a lot, like, you know, the next day in assembly, like, right, the headmaster gone, well, we had to, as most of you might have seen the day before, the police had to be on the premises.
I'll be back, refill time.
So we had the stock room robbed. And everybody in the fucking assembly looked at me, like, and I was like that. Yeah. But we took everything out of that day. You know, pens, pencils, fucking rubbers, you know, marker pens, staple removers, you name it, like staple guns, fucking long. Everything went out of it. Fucking must have been, and books and everything, like, you know, new books, like every there must have been thousands gone out of it that day. Yeah. Hectic times. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had all sorts of ups and downs experiences in school, but I remember once I was going to go and sit down in a seat, and somebody jumped in front of me, and I was like, "Hang on, I was just pulling that chair out to sit down in it, and you've just gone fuck off," and I was just went, "Hang on, mate, that's not right. Hang on, what the fuck?" And then he went, "What are you saying about me?" And I went, "No, I just said, like, you know, you can't just nick a fucking seat like that." And he goes, sir, he just called me a nigger.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I never. And he went, he did. And I had to fucking, so you got stuff like that too, where I got wrongly accused.
I had people. Because, we used to have the ones that used to shout, like, go, "No, I'm not going to fucking say that," like, and he'd be like, "Hey," or there'd be, or there would just be, or do we just start belching in the classroom? Between me and my mate, we'd just start belching, and we'd just constantly be belching, and the teacher would be going absolutely nuts. And I think there was another time. I remember another time a mate of mine used to have a thing of slamming doors, and he slammed the door so hard one day he fucking cracked the concrete around the door. And it went through the whole building as well, like fucking.
I remember one teacher who was like very effeminate and very effective, like his history teacher, but he was like, today we're going to talk about the round heads and the fucking blah blahs or whatever. And it's like, yeah. And the thing is, his name but he had the worst name for a teacher you could probably ever have. His name was Eugene Phillips. So, right.
Wow.
It's like Eugene. Right. So the thing is, like, we'd be sitting there and we'd be doing our writing, but like somebody would just go, Eugene.
Yeah. That's it.
In a robotic voice.
Yeah, Eugene. I know that.
Like that, right? And he goes, Who was that? Who's that? And he starts stomping around, punching kids, fucking, and then like once he settled down, like we have 10 minutes later, he'd be like, Eugene, and come out again and he'd be fucking like a child, like a fucking child he was. Yeah, all you had to do is say his fucking name like a robot.
I know.
And he was like,
I had teachers like that who had double barrel names, like, and they had three names as well, like, you had to say their entire three names as well, like, and he was a history teacher, and we just had him, talking real posh, like, and he'd have his name like in the posh voice, like, and he'd be like, go absolutely ballistic, like, yeah, we had that.
Kids are amazing at finding the Achilles heel of a teacher, and they fucking once they find out that Achilles heel, they just go around the school that afternoon like, right, we know what winds him up.
Oh
and
man,
like, who's got the guts to try and try it on him?
I remember one day, like, right, I remember one day they had this microphone set up in the assembly hall, like with a PA system. Mm-hmm. And I found it, and I a couple of days before I'd watched The Party with Peter Sellers, and it had the famous scene, Birdie Num Num, Birdie Num 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 Num. I got on the microphone, like, Birdie Num 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 on the microphone, like, and I had to stand in front of the entire assembly hall in the corner when they had the assembly that morning, like, because I got told off for it, like, and everybody's like that. You see 1,000 eyes looking in the back of you, like, why is he stood there, like, He's stood in the corner.
I got fucked up really badly once for like I had to go into a classroom to get something, so I knocked on the door, opened the door, walked in, but all eyes turned towards me, and I just went, all right, fans. Oh, if I did, I was fucking dragged by the fucking collar down to the fucking headmaster, and he literally stood there, like the headmaster and him, and he's going, "They're not your fans. Why are they your fans? They're not your fans. They're not interested in you. Why?
I know. I've had teachers like that as well. Like,
just a fucking joke. Like, I mean, it's a slight joke. Like, all right, fans. When I came in, like, because everybody looked at me, fucking what the fuck? Teachers overreact even more than the children, but they get away with it.
We had a teacher one day, like, he was called Mr. Gardner, and he was a geography teacher, and he told us a couple of days before that his hot water had gone off in his house, and he had no hot water. So he said, "Oh, I've got no hot water in the house at the moment, so I've got cold water." So we all like, after about 3 days, we thought, have you got any water yet, sir? And he went, "No, still no hot water." So one day later that day, we decided to get a bucket of water over the door, like, You know, so as he come in, the bucket would go over, and the fucking wise bastard sorted it out. He sussed it like you seen the bucket, like he nearly got him. Yeah. And he took the piss out of him, said, "Oh, you smell like," you know, he's going like, "Look, I wish I'd never said anything about it now." You know, "Oh, sir, you haven't washed for 3 days." Fuck, you know, like.
Oh dear.
It's tobacco breath was another one. Yeah. Another one was going in the staff room as well. Like, we'd always go in there and there would be like a great big haze of smoke, like in the room. Like, they're all in there chuffing away, like that, you know. Then we had a fag bush like down on the bottom, like everybody used to go down there smoking. We had a teacher one day, like he got so fed up, like trying to stop us, like he went down there and had a cigarette with us.
Fucking hell. It's communion.
Communion Space Raiders. Wow.
Yeah.
But you know, I was going to buy a packet of those like a few days back.
What did it say? Only 40 what? 40 cents? Only 40
pence.
40 pence.
40 pence. Yeah. How
you got
cheap?
that? How have you got
are they 20 years old or something?
No, 25 grams.
Yeah, but how have you managed to get the pence on it?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the way
you can't buy you can't buy anything for 40 pence. They've got to be way out of date, mate.
No, these are. Let me see. Hold on.
You cannot buy anything for 40 pence. That's probably why we can't get them, because no self raping you supermarket would stock anything that cheap.
No. Nor would it be a full packet.
They're May 2024.
How have you managed to get a penny system?
Where can I find them then? Why don't they sell them anywhere ever? Because they're too cheap.
Yeah, but I last time I seen those was in the 80s at that price.
Really?
I'd fucking
really.
Yeah, no, I'd buy them. Like. Fucking, I'd fill my cupboards with those.
Yeah,
I fucking love.
You can't buy anything that cheap.
The pickle.
I'd like to know why you got the penny system over there, because that's Canada.
Well, we don't. No. This I bought this at a British shop, right?
Oh, right.
So it's imported from over there. But
how they managed to get the 40p? We can't get.
I don't know.
There's no crisps. You can't buy any crisps for 40
I've not seen crisps at 40 pence. Like not since the 80s.
No.
Hold on a sec. Let's see.
That is very bizarre, isn't it? How he's got a packet of crisps.
How it's got it says 40p on it as well.
Look, here's the pickled onion ones.
What?
Same thing.
But the thing this is the weird thing. Like, why aren't these on for sale? Why aren't these available for us to buy? Are these exported? Are these fucking exported so we can't buy them?
No, they're like literally straight from the UK.
So whereabouts are they made? Where's it say in the pack where they come from?
Why can't we buy them then? Because the supermarkets. No, the supermarkets now is like Walker's £1.50 packet of crisps, £1.50. You know,
saying it
for a packet, 3 times the price for fucking absolute.
By Teo Snacks out of Killebrew, Ashbourne, Ireland.
Ireland.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
That's maybe what it is. Maybe they're getting around it.
Man. How the hell? I mean, cheapest.
There's nothing, is there?
£2.40 for a packet of fucking crisps like that.
We're part of the government.
you can't buy shit like that for that price, man. I mean, we are getting fucking raped. We're getting
royally ripped off, man.
Okay, so you figure
that means they're still printing them in the UK. They're still printing those packets.
Yeah.
So you figure
for that price,
40 pence. 40 pence is probably. It's probably about maybe 80 cents Canadian, maybe. So I paid. I think they were like $1.40 Canadian. So that ripping you. So that's like So that's like what 70
odd
pence.
Yeah.
Is that how much it costs there? What's it cost for a small bag?
A packet of crisps over here.
Pound.
about £1. It's probably the cheapest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Space Raiders like those, like right, I've seen them, and they're big packs, which are not even full of crisps, and they're about £2 fucking 95
For the big bag.
Yeah, and you get a giant. It's supposed to be the giant pack.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that. I remember them at 40p, but I think I remember seeing them in about 82, 83.
That long ago? How the
Yeah.
fuck then? That's fucked
So
up.
how that's an old printing scheme. If they're printing those, they're using an old fucking thing because I remember that in the 80s, man. 40 pence a pack.
Because if those are
I've
like
got a
fucking
picture.
30...
I've got a picture here.
Okay.
Of 25 grams, only 40 pence. KP snacks they are.
KP snacks.
But where do we can't buy them anywhere though. That's the thing. You can't fucking buy them anywhere.
No.
Because I mean, if they're like 30, 40 fucking years old, they taste good still.
Fucking right,
Maybe the Chinese have found a way of fucking
maybe someone's been
removing
storing them like for fucking 30
store
years.
the sell by date has gone on.
So-
and fucking
so-
found a way to remove it and laser etch it back in.
Laser it back
Yeah.
in.
So these guys are the same company as Teo. So it's Teo, the Teo crisps, right?
Wow.
KP crisps.
Teo. Well, Teo's like
I have never heard of Teo.
They're Irish.
It's an
They're Irish,
company.
aren't they?
They're Irish.
They're
too.
Irish.
Yeah, they're Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
maybe
the-
they're licensed to make them then
Maybe.
in Southern Ireland or something.
So who makes the Monster Munch? Same company?
Well, they
thought
must
it
do because I
was.
thought it was KP. Like, but I don't.
It's
I
the
don't
same.
remember.
It's the same thing. It's expanded wheat or expanded not rice, is it? But it's like it's.
No, what they call
They
it.
take a little
Corn.
thing and they just go
Corn.
whoosh and they just
Yeah.
blow it up.
Corn, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Corn.
Like those
Um,
like what's it's like what they made out of like
Yeah.
yeah
Um,
chemical crisps. I always say.
That's fucking weird, man.
right.
For chemical crisps, they
Walkers.
taste-
What Walkers are Monster Munch?
Walkers.
So they were ripping off Space Raiders. Then they were ripping that idea off, but charging more money probably.
So Walkers
Well,
owns Monster
Walkers
Munch.
Walkers are fucking scum.
They're
they're
fucking
awful.
Lays, right? Lays own them.
Overpriced scum.
Yeah.
Yeah, rip off.
Yeah.
Lays owns
Yeah.
them.
I won't eat anything
back.
like
I'll be
that
back.
these days.
They
Anything like that.
they fucking kill everything, eh? Fucking Lays, they kill everything. They killed. See here in Canada, they fucking bought out the company called Hostess chips, right?
Wow.
And they were killing it here, and Lay's bought them, and fucking Lay's literally buried them because they were killing fucking Lay's chips. Walkers, I don't know. I've got a couple flavors of the Walkers. I don't
I
mind.
don't know. Walkers did this thing in the UK a few years ago where you could actually put in your own flavor. You know, send it
Yeah,
in, and then they would make that crisp.
yeah. Well, they were doing that here with Lay's. They were doing that the same thing. Yeah, they were coming up with
It's a competition.
3 or 4 unique flavors.
Yeah.
And the ones here were always different from the ones in the States. And yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Walkers over in the UK was doing it.
I think they did it with tomato. I'll tell you what they did. I remember tomato ketchup flavor crisps.
Yeah.
With Walkers. And I remember
Hey,
somebody
culture
doing. I remember
critique.
somebody doing. I tell you what, somebody did Marmite with something, Marmite and cheese flavor, which is
That's fucking
wow.
what,
Yeah,
Walkers had Marmite. I fucking love those.
yeah.
I
I've
love
seen
the Marmite
man.
ones.
I've seen them around, but somebody did a Marmite and smoky cheese flavor.
Ooh, that would
Like,
be good.
right? Yeah,
That's deadly. That's
wow.
deadly.
Yeah, you either like Marmite or you don't. I mean, I don't really like it.
So
but
critique,
cheese.
sorry, culture critique is saying 15 pounds for a pack of 36. What's that?
That's 36. I mean, here, right? I got a pack. I got something like 6. You get 6 packets of ready salted, 6 packets of chicken, 6 packets of beef,
That's
6 packets of salt and vinegar.
41 pence a pack for that if you bought them in bulk.
So you can buy it. You can buy them
Oh,
in
not good.
Tesco's, like right.
But,
You can buy
it should
that
be
lot in
cheaper if you buy
Tesco's
them in
for-
bulk.
Yeah.
Well, that lot in Tesco's costs £4.95, and you get those 4 flavors, 6 packets each.
So you're better off finding the place that has them and buying 36 packs at 40 pence rather than the 41 pence they get selling them to you at like bulk, which is like, but I'm buying bulk.
I don't mind the chicken.
Bollocks,
I mean, the chicken flavor is all right. But I got tired. I got tired already. Salted. I can't stand
these
that.
guys, when I go buy them, they're in a big fucking box. They're in a huge box.
Wow.
So I'm assuming it's bought in bulk.
That's a big pack as well.
When they import them over here.
Yeah. In the UK, if they were selling those, they'd have to be selling about like 20 pence, to the shop for them to make 20 pence profit. Yeah. So it just goes to show it's like nothing, but like they want £1.40 because it's like, oh, it's from the UK, it's a novelty. But it's like, look how much fucking money they're making on that.
They're making shitloads.
Look,
because I said that they were charging upwards up to, for that bag here would be a small snack bag, if that.
It's not even full up, is it?
No.
Get the full
it's
bag,
small compared to the snack packs here. But I mean, they're charging, I think it was like $1.79 Canadian.
Hedgehogs crisps, Carl. Hello, Carl.
And I think over here, the snack bags, like that's what did I say? 40 grams? 40 grams?
40 grams.
25.
25 grams. Over here, the snack bag's about 40 grams.
That's not even, I mean, that bag there you got there won't even be full like that. It'd be like,
it's a small little fucking bag.
Small bag in a big bag.
Small little bag.
Walkers are the worst for that. You hold a bag up and it's like the third to the bottom.
They're fucking horrible. Even over
Walkers.
Here, Matt, over here, the Lay's chips, it's a big fucking bag of fucking air.
Air.
Yeah. You're lucky if you get half the bag, if that. You're lucky.
Yeah, no, a lot less than that in the UK. It'd be a third.
Yeah.
The only ones you get.
I don't think people would stand for it in the US. They wouldn't stand for that because where's my fucking crisps, like, But over here, we're like,
the whole bag,
but even in the US, Matt, you buy a bag of chips, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. They're fucking. It's all air.
Do you remember another one was like Mars bars? Like they're now what? They're now what, £1 or something, isn't they? Or
for a Mars bar?
For a Mars bar?
You can't get that in the US.
Something like £1.20 or
you can't get a Mars bar in the US.
I tell you what, Mars own Pedigree Chum and Pedigree and a load of those brands and fucking. I tell you what, right? Their prices have gone quadrupled for dog food, and it's just like, fuck off. Then I used to buy them, and then they went chung up with COVID, and they went and they never came back down. They're like, fuck you.
You're probably having a hard time with during COVID to get the fucking food, right? Are you having a hard time finding it?
No, not really.
No, because key workers still worked for food. Key workers
never had any problem.
For food. Nah.
The only time we had problem was in Christmas, like when the trucks couldn't get there, and we had no bread on the shelves because everybody went fucking mad and bought bread. Other than that,
was it toilet paper over there too?
No, never had a problem with toilet. Never had a problem with toilet paper. Finding that
toilet paper, fucking everyone.
If you couldn't get it in Tesco's, you get it in Lidl's, like because Lidl's had it. If you couldn't get it in there, Aldi's definitely have it.
Where is it?
It was, it's just a bread, man. It's just a bread.
Walkers are just like a scummy company. They're just like, oh, we can make this for a penny. We'll charge them £1.
Do you remember they had Gary Lineker on there, and he was like getting paid millions, wasn't
he? Yeah, and he's a sellout, he's a fucking woke sellout, so it's like, oh Gary, you're so worried about the world and the situation. Why didn't you talk about walkers fucking sending bags of air up and down the fucking motorways in fucking trucks then?
In trucks,
bags of air, Gary. Air. Yeah.
Toilet paper. Nothing on the shelf.
Where was that?
Walker should have bagged nothing and sold it as toilet paper. They'd have been fucking. It'd be toilet paper. The odor of toilet paper, but no toilet paper in the bag. Just the smell of toilet paper. That'll be £5, please, sir. Yeah, that sounds like a Walker's idea. You know, it's like fucking
white.
how can we get to pay for nothing? Let's get to pay for nothing.
Let's get recycled toilet paper. Yeah, right on.
Over here was toilet fucking paper. Rice was bad. Rice was really fucking bad.
Do you know what? We never. I only remember Tesco's like really. I mean, I got Tesco's not so far from where I live. But I mean, the only thing that really did shock us was the bread. I mean, the bread was just empty. Shelves were empty. I mean, they were even buying £2.45 loaves, like, you know, fucking £3 loaves. You're like, fuck, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, I think mostly toilet paper down with us, but everything else was pretty much all right. You know.
Yeah, we just had we. It's just the same sort of bollocks. Like, you know, people just went nuts. Just roll in there at a certain time. It was always there.
Yeah.
Don't follow everybody else. Don't go in the shops. You can't go in at certain times. One in, one out. Red light, green light. You know, what the fuck? Traffic lights to get in the fucking shop.
Fucking cattle. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like. And there was like, I remember one time going to Tesco, there was literally a queue, like halfway down the car park.
Exploring with Carl wants to come on the panel. Should I send him a link?
The link's in chat there.
Oh, it's already there, Carl, apparently.
Yeah, Carl,
I'll send
the chat.
Send it to him because he's too blind to see. You know, he's clearly like, you know, registered legally blind.
Legally blind.
Yeah.
Where's that? Is that Sab there? Because he usually comes on yours, isn't he?
Yeah, Sab was on it the other night. He came
was
in.
He? Yeah.
Sam, the kitchen stand-up man. The stand-up kitchen man.
Kitchen stand-up.
It's the new form of comedy. It's stand-up kitchen comedy.
Is he still in the kitchen? Like,
yeah.
Well, he's got his.
He's one day we'll see the rest of his house, like, you know.
Well, last time I seen him, like, he had that thing he built in the garden. That great.
Yeah. Built that outshed. Yeah,
Oh,
massive.
he has actually shown somewhere
he
different.
did the interior and everything.
He built the whole fucking thing out in the back garden, like, massive.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he's got his own little studio and everything.
Yeah. There's a man who's just gone right on it, like real extreme, like.
Yeah,
I'm going to be making stuff in this place. Massacring workshop.
Well, he went fucking nuts, man. I remember. It's like, holy shit. You know, one day it was like this, and then a couple of weeks later, it's like, holy fuck.
That's the last time I seen him. Last time I seen him, like, he had this wooden shed out the back, like, and he was out there, like, and it was all built like with pallets and all that. Like, next thing I see is this fucking great big thing he's built. He's going, oh yeah, I'm going to get the plastering and sorted out. That was the last time I seen it. He's just, he's ready to plaster the walls. You're like, fucking hell. Wow. Well
Stephen Yemp says kettle chips are from a local guy to me. Cooks rejected root and veg and became a millionaire. Wow. Oh well, kettle chips, they are quite tasty, but the thing is, that's it, isn't it? It's like chips. It's like eggs. They want white eggs. But like, there's no reason to be a white egg. You know, it's like a chip. It doesn't have to be like a completely white chip. I mean, why can't it have the skin around the edge of it? Because that's tasty.
You mean like blue
it's
eggs,
actually
like,
quite good for you, you know.
Have you seen those blue eggs? Like blue eggs?
No.
They're like very light blue. They're
What
expensive.
What bird lays them? What bird lays them?
Something like fucking fancy, like, you know, at the end of the day, like
a
they're expensive as fuck.
Peacock,
They're expensive as fuck, like they're about fucking £3, like, or something like that, £4 a fucking box.
I had duck eggs once because they were expensive. I thought they were going to be really good. It was just like, bleh. It was just, I mean, eggs are all right, but I would have classed the duck eggs with the rest of the eggs. I couldn't tell the difference, to be honest.
Nah, something all right with them.
Yeah.
But if somebody could say like this egg is worth £10 an egg, and it's like for you, and I would go, go on in. I want to taste it and be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Then I'd understand. But like, so far, every type of egg I've ever tasted from every other type of bird has pretty much been the same.
Have you ever had a quail egg?
Yeah, quail eggs are nice. I've had quail eggs.
Small little quail eggs.
Small little quail eggs, yeah. Not cheap either, like.
No, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I would like
People
to try
have-
something different. You know, it's like mushrooms. You can taste the difference in mushrooms, like if you have different types of mushrooms. But like eggs, they're little bit more homogenous.
I was
you know,
watching
like,
somebody on a YouTube channel.
is that the
like,
right
they were
word?
talking
Is that
about
even the right
mushrooms.
word? Yeah.
There was some woman on there, some fucking famous person was doing something about mushrooms on a mushroom channel. And they was going, how about magic mushrooms? And they're going, oh, we ain't doing those yet.
Always,
Every
it's
other
always
month.
interesting seeing, tripping on shrooms. Yeah. Tripping on
I'm
shrooms.
trying to remember where I seen that. It was something I'd seen. It's quite a famous person in TV.
Why am I so fucking high? Well, it's the fucking poison.
Yeah.
You're being poisoned.
But she was going like through all these other different types of mushrooms, like, and they're going, "What about magic?" And everybody in the comments is going, "Magic mushrooms." Like,
Yeah,
no, we're not doing those yet.
But what are magic mushrooms?
They taste pretty bad. Every time I've chewed up a load of magic mushrooms, they taste like grass and pretty basic. They got grit in them, and dirt.
Yeah,
and some people can't handle them.
yeah.
They'll fucking puke, right? That's the first reaction. They'll puke.
If you got them in a cup of tea, we used to always make it in a cup of tea. That's what I always did it with.
Yeah.
But if you eat them, I've heard of people throwing up on them.
Would you like a little mint? Would you like a little mint?
Wafer thin.
Wafer. Yeah. Fuck.
Classic scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's
is.
classic.
You learn to be able to hold back the gag, from the horrible taste, but it's worth it.
I need a bucket.
Yeah.
The woman's on the floor like that, sweeping it up. Projectile.
Abandoned Landscape says they once won £20.
20 pounds
in a packet of crisps. Now I've heard about this. Like I remember.
I don't know about that. Is it in a packet of crisps?
Walkers. I think did it. £20.
Oh, right. I thought they just spent they won 20 quid in once in their life.
I think they were. There was a voucher. That's right. A voucher for a free packet. But I remember there was £20 in a packet once. Right.
Yeah,
I once found £20 walking into one of these fucking motorway service things, and I looked around like, is there any cameras watching me? I was like suspicious. I was like, I just went, I'm going to pick this up. Right, yeah, that's mine now. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm not spending it in this fucking services because they're a rip off. I was like, no, I'm coming in here for a piss. Fuck you. I'm not spending it in here. Yeah.
Yeah, every service station's a fucking rip-off, isn't it?
Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, yeah.
If Space Raiders were in a fucking were in a motorway service station, it'd be £10 a packet for 25.
I was going to say, yeah.
I think they were the first place to have an expensive packet of cigarettes in it. I remember motorway services.
They were the worst. Yeah, you go into gas station, service station. Fuck yeah. You're right. That's where they fucking make their money.
We used to have numerous companies like Granada Motorway Services. Another one was Best Western. Some other company. There was another company that was just so expensive; it was unreal. Like
Oh, hang on.
Was it? Oh God, what was it? Something Hungry Man or something like that.
Hang on.
Hungry Man.
What the fuck is actually going on here? Right, I looked at this earlier on. I've got a spider web, one spider web going across my room. Now I've got two spiders like working up and down the line like that. Two of them, they were working the line.
You're being invaded. You're being invaded.
Yeah, they're not attacking. They're not attacking each other. They're like, well, this is my bit
working
of the line,
together.
That's your bit of the line up there.
You're working together.
What the fuck?
Let's freak Matt out.
What they're telling you is like clean the room, like.
Well, that wasn't there. That wasn't fucking there yesterday. I know that much. Let's see if I can highlight it for you. Oh no, you can't see it.
You can't. You got your green screen on.
Let me just green screen.
No,
it's not coming. It's not coming out.
Can't see it. No.
All right. Hang on then. I'll bring it back for a second. I'll find it now. The motherfucker. Broadcast is called. Broadcast. Right.
I'm trying to remember what the company was. Did that?
I got fucking loads of zits on my fucking head. I got one big bastard there, one there. My fucking nose has come up in fucking things. I've had things on my top of my fucking head. I don't know what's causing it.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, right, here we are. Spider Web Patrol. Hang on. Oh, this I've got to turn this on. Come on. No, full sight, full on. Right. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Is that right next to that whatever's in the ceiling? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I could just vaguely see it.
Oh. Look, he's doing a runner now. He's up there, look.
Yes.
Can you see it?
You can see it barely, but you see it.
Very, very vague. Very small.
I don't know. They're doing runners now. They're all, both of them. The two of them have. Hang on, here he is. Look, here he is. Oh no! Hang on. Is there two? There's two fucking. There's two webs. There's one there, and there's one there. Look, that's one now. Look right behind my finger. Oh look, I think I hit him. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Very vaguely.
There he is. He's on my finger now.
Is that one dropping down from the ceiling right above you?
Oh, right. Yeah.
He's on my finger.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I can't see him now. He's gone.
Well, he's flying out off with his mate, like.
There's a spider on my light as well. There's a micro fucking.
Jesus, like the place is.
There's a micro explosion of mini spiders in my room.
Infested.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought. Yeah.
There's one on the light up there. There's one hanging right by here now.
Fucking hell, mate! Wow.
They probably fucking had a like a little fucking hatching.
Put on it.
They're coming.
Yeah. They're efficient though, because I think they've caught a few of these little midgy things that are in the room, so they know the midges are coming. There's two midges on my light now. And there's one fucking spider who's making his way straight over to him. Oh, it's too bright. It's too bright. He's nearly found. Oh, that spider there is nearly there. There's the fucking thing. He's working his way over. Look.
Gee, man,
There he is. There's the thing. Beep, 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 beep. He was working his way over to him.
Wow, man, that's some light you got there on that wall. Like.
Yeah, it's a bit of a beast, but
right, man. That's huge.
You need light unless you want noise.
Well, that guy's a ring on my camera.
Yeah. I could, this is what it's like with no light. It's like I got a headlight on the top now.
Headlight,
yeah. So,
and
if I put the front light on, put the front light back on, you get a little bit of yellow.
Yeah.
So it makes it look a bit more natural, but you still got a lot of headlight. And if you put the big lights on, there's two of them. There's one there and one there.
There you go. There you go.
Man, and then you turn off the above light.
That's it.
And there's a little bit more natural then.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Except for this on the end of my nose, in which case you get this fucking thing, and you blend it in, like blend it in, so you can't see the fucking zits on my fucking nose.
Oh, man.
You blend it in enough, it's like eventually it'll sort of like disappear. Just a little bit blend it in.
Well, the weather's getting warm, like that's why they're in your room. Like.
Yeah. Yes, President Obama, I'm ready to take your call. It's like fucking
President Obama.
yeah. Not my fucking president.
What happened with Carl? Is he not coming up? Are we not coming up, Carl?
Yeah. So let me on, and then he's not on.
I hear, but
Come on, Carl.
My phone, Matt. Try to sort it out.
I can do it from my phone, Matt, and try to sort it out to send a link to the 4:43 in the morning. Yeah, but you're the one who just said like 10 minutes ago you wanted to come on. And like we've literally told you, all right, then you go then. And he's like, oh yeah, but it's 5 minutes later than when I asked, so it's too late now. If you'd have come on 3 minutes after I asked, I probably would have come on, but not 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes. That's fucking too much.
I can eat another bag of fucking Space Raiders before you make it on your Carl.
Yeah.
40 pence. 40 pence.
40 pence, man.
40 pence.
I can't believe that, man. Yeah. They're still printing those packets.
Yeah.
That's all I can think they're doing.
I think it's just that Walkers have just said, we won't sell you. They've probably done a fucking nasty deal where they've gone, we're not going to sell you our crisps unless you only sell our crisps. Or some shit like that. So it's like you get rid of all these cheap brands. You get rid of all these cheap brands because it makes us look bad for selling expensive shit. Yeah. And if you have any of the brands, no, we won't do it. And the thing is, then Co-op, they bring the prices of their fucking like smoky bacon rashers and shit like that, and onion rings. And then they bring them up to just below the prices of Walkers. So Walkers are fucking owning the price of what you have to pay for crisps.
It's outrageous, isn't it?
It's fucking
they're big enough. It doesn't surprise me. They're big enough, right?
Well, Walkers is huge. Like, I mean, it's like KP crisps as well. They're big. They're massive as well.
Yes, it's like Coke. Coke should be like 40 pence a fucking can or something like that. But it's like no,
how much is that now?
£1.50. £1.50 or something like that for a fucking can.
You guys even have Mackies? What about Mackies? Do you have Mackies?
Yeah, they're expensive in the UK.
Yeah, they're expensive.
We're one of the highest prices in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
They're out of Scotland, aren't they? They're Scottish, aren't they, Mackies?
Well, no, they originally went over to the United States with the name McDonald's. You know, he was from Scotland originally in his ancestry, but no, he was American. But his family name was McDonald's. You know, well, there's some places in the world where you can get a McDonald's for 40 pence. Yeah. We pay £3.50.
Fucking the Philippines. The Philippines is
probably cheap. Thailand, like
Philippines, everything's cheap.
I think Russia is extremely cheap as well. It's like about 50, 60
I thought Russia had booted them out.
They had, but prior to it was like 50 or 60 pence for a McDonald's. It's like, oh really? So how come they get it so fucking cheap then, and we have to pay fucking £3.50, £4 for a McDonald's, not with even fries, not a meal.
Oh, it's
£7 for a burger.
£7.50.
A Big Mac meal here now, like a regular Big Mac meal here now, cost about fucking almost $18.
Shit, man.
It's fucking expensive.
The most we pay for like a burger, a double bacon cheeseburger, like £7.49 for the meal. £8.40 if you want large. That means you get extra chips and a little bit more on the burger. But fucking hell, £8.49.
On Friday,
taking a fucking piss, mate.
I know it is.
And if McDonald's in Canada costs £18.50 for a fucking Big Mac meal, can you imagine what a Whopper meal would cost?
Hey, get this right?
£125.
Get this right. Five guys, like right? Five guys, right? They do a great cheeseburger, man. Bacon cheeseburger, like double bacon cheeseburger.
They're expensive.
£12 fucking 50. Fucking outrageous.
Even here.
There's some places
and Tim Hortons, fucking forget going in there, man. Fuck me, man. That's the most expensive fucking chain I've ever seen, and they don't take cash. wankers.
Mm.
You know.
Tim Hortons, eh?
Yeah, we got Tim
Wow.
Hortons. We got Tim Hortons here now, like
They're expensive over there.
fucking.
What's
right
it?
now.
What's it cost for? What's it cost for a coffee?
It's about nearly fucking £10 or something like.
£10? What?
It's
Over
not
here
cheap.
for a medium coffee, it's about
Nothing in there is cheap,
$5.
man. I tell you what, they don't take cash in there. They say, "Oh no, moneyless, cashless." So I don't go in it.
What about a tea? What about a tea? What's a tea? Like
I'd say that's probably about £7.50, like £7.50 for a tea,
Holy
£9.50
fuck.
for a coffee.
Whoa.
Damn. I mean, here a tea's $2 $2.25 Canadian for a tea.
No, McDonald's is what is ridiculous price as well. Like I mean, nothing's cheap over here. Like.
Wow.
Maybe we should go in the toilets with a little fucking charcoal
Get
griddle
more out the tap.
and fucking like light it up, and it'll set off the fire alarms, and it'll come in and go,
That's
"What are
right.
you doing?" We
Sprinkle
go,
the
"Well,
room
At
like-"
least I can say I've eaten in here. At least I can say I've eaten a burger in here, and it cost me for the burgers and the griddle like £2.50, whereas like fucking £15 for your fucking burger. Yeah,
It's insane.
so at
like,
least I
what
can
else
say
have
I've
we
eaten
got
in
here?
here. Yeah,
We got Southern Fried Chicken is another company we got now
Southern
over
Fried
here.
Chicken.
Yeah, and what the other one, Californian Chicken as well is another place.
When you walk into a pub, what's it cost for a pint?
Anything
the
for
average
about
price?
£4. £4. Some places do it at £7 a pint. Weatherspoons do them at £2.50.
yeah. Which
for the
just goes to
cheapest one,
show
which is-
how
which
they
is
are
shit lager.
fucking ripping you off.
Exactly. Weatherspoons, like it's Carlin Black Label, is £2.50 a pint.
How much is it for like a can of Guinness?
A can of Guinness will be about £3.95 for a pint. So you're talking in the shop £1.75, £2 for a can.
Yeah, because it's about £6 for 4 cans in a lot of
£6
places.
for 4
I think.
cans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of Guinness, but then it's
So
it's
12,
it's like,
so
oh,
that's
we're upper crust, so we're going to charge you more. But I mean,
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah.
a four pack of Guinness here, a 4-pack of Guinness would go for about $13 Canadian.
Wow.
which is
probably about
£7, so it's just
£7.
slightly over what we're paying.
Just
yeah.
slightly more than what we're paying.
Yeah.
Well, we have different types over here. So we have the original Guinness as well as the smooth Guinness. So you can get bottles of the original Guinness, which is cheaper.
Yeah.
Works out about £5 something. And now they got that brew dog, haven't they? They got that brew dog, which is like Guinness, which is like slashing the price of fucking Guinness, like for a start. You know, because they want everybody to buy that, which is not a bad fucking pint.
Over here, you just have the one with the floater in it.
The
Flow,
nitro
that's-
can. The
Nitro can. That's Guinness.
nitro. Yeah. You got to put
Yeah,
the
that's,
bottle on.
that's
in the
more
bottom of the
expensive.
can.
That pint of fucking that's a pint can as well.
You ever had the coffee infused Guinness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tia Maria. Me and Frank used to drink it.
They got them here.
Tia
See.
Maria and Guinness, like, I mean, it's fucking nice, man. I tell you, it's too nice.
I used to drink Guinness. I used to love it. And now I've gone across the lager because the Guinness just went rip. The prices
tell you
just
the
went
one
up, and I was just like, no, I'll drink lager then. Fuck off.
The best one they ever did, like, and they only brewed it for about 7 or 8 months, was Guinness Red. That was
Fuck. You know who did that?
nice pint. That was brilliant.
You know who else did that, and I fucking loved it. And they only did it seasonally. Was Newcastle Red, the red ale, the werewolf ale.
Yeah. But the thing with Newcastle, the thing with Newcastle Brown is it's owned now by Heineken.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Heineken
and Anheuser-Busch.
So Heineken bought the name, but they didn't buy the recipe because Newcastle Brown didn't sell them the recipe. So that's why it doesn't taste like it used to, like back in the before it got bought out. And you'll know that. You definitely know that because I remember drinking it like when I was about 17. Like, and I had a bottle of it. I had a bottle of it not so long back, and it just tasted fucking horrible. But yeah, but the red stuff, I think, is the one that they brought out. I don't think they do it anymore. I haven't seen it around.
No, it's been a few years since I've seen
We
it.
had Ruddles as well. Ruddles Red as well was another one as well that came out.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Well,
that's a nice.
Coors is one of the biggest breweries, but they're not a brewery of their own beer.
It's not lager.
They're a brewery of everyone else's beers and recipes. You know, and this is like a production, like a 3D printer going, right, we got Guinness, right, shumph, now we got fucking this, shumph, and they just print everyone else's beers, like, you know.
Here in Canada, Coors is owned by Molson.
Molson. Yes.
Well, Molson was I tell you what, Molson was fucking good beer. I don't know if they still do it. I remember buying Molson. It did. I remember getting Molson.
What Molson?
Over here.
Molson, like lager, like it was like in
Canadian
black can.
The
black can.
Molson, yeah. It was in
Molson
a black can.
Canadian, then they had export.
The black can, that could be the black label, probably.
Yeah,
Molson's.
But yeah, well, export is big in Quebec, right? Molson export.
Molson X. Yeah,
Molson X.
I used to work in a nightclub, like, so I remember I had a couple of boxes of it.
Somebody just said they never knew that Coors are massive for producing other people's beers. So let me just see what they produce.
Molson Coors, the multinational.
Coors.
Huge, like, I mean, if you look at Budweiser, Coors is like the second, is the biggest.
Carling, Strapperman, Coors Banquet, Blue Moon Belgian White, Blue Moon Light, Vizzy, Lincoln Skulls, Creepmore, Hop Valley, and other,
Did you say Creemore?
Other beer brands.
You say Creemore?
Creemore, yeah. Creemore Springs.
Creemore Springs was a small little brewery in Creemore Springs, Ontario. And Molson bought them out, and Creemore's used to be so good. Now they're just, because it's mass produced,
just production line. Yeah,
it's garbage.
We used to have cream ale.
Yeah. Like, George Killian's Irish Red, Granville Island Brewing, Hams Hop Valley.
BC. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Hams Hop Valley, Miller Light, Milwaukee's Best.
I haven't seen Miller for years.
They
Molson's Canadian, Molson's Export. They're all produced by Coors.
Yeah, I remember Molson.
It's all
Molson Coors
rebranded.
Molson Coors.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Somebody was talking about it. They did a review on Skull Light, and I remember Skull 1080. It's Skull Super Light, which is 8.5.
What about Skull Crusher?
Skull. No, it's called Skull.
What is it called? It's
Skull Bat. No, what was it called?
Oh?
It was called Skull Splitter.
Skull Splitter. That's it. That's good.
It's brewed by a company down my neck of the woods.
Steven put it in chat there. All comes.
Yeah, it's brewed in a company down my neck of the woods, like, and it's very nice. 8.9%.
Yeah,
flat as a fucking pancake, and you can make gravy with it as well. Very nice gravy as well.
It's a good beer, man.
Yeah,
I like it.
That. I remember drinking that at the beer festival. They were only giving it out in half pints, and I said to the guy, "I said, give me a fucking pint," and he went, "Nah." I said, "Go on." So I did 3 pints of it, and I couldn't fucking walk, man. I was fucking gone, like, Skull Splitter. I haven't seen it for years.
What about another one that they have here?
Spingo Special.
We have lots of nice
Bombardier. There you go.
Bombardier. Now that's
Bombardier.
What's the name? That's matey out of Iron Maiden, isn't it? Bombardier.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. Oh, I thought Iron Maiden. Bruce fucking what's the name? Brewed it.
Maybe the same brewery that does Trooper and shit.
That's Trooper. That's why I'm getting mixed up with Trooper.
Yeah, Trooper. Trooper, and you know what? One of my favorite, I think, out of the UK is Hobgoblin.
Do you know what? I remember years ago, like we don't sell it anymore, but we used to have it. It was a part of a Devon. We used to have a brewery called Devonish Brewery, and they used to have lots of pubs in the country. But they used to do a bitter called GBH, Great British Heavy, and they used to have a guy like wandering around where he was like big muscles on his arm with an advert, and it had big letters GBH, and it was like 6.9% a pint. Like, I mean, fuck me, like. Beautiful stuff.
See, we had to go to Quebec for heavy beer. Bredor.
Oh my god! And then they had those dry beers like Molson Dry and Molson Dry. Molson Dry was 6.2.
6.2, yeah. Molson Dry, yeah.
Multi beer.
Yeah.
Hey Jeff, do you remember Modi? Modi. It's by Unibrew.
Oh yeah, the Modi. Yeah.
Sounds like Unilever.
Fentanyl. And they're like
fentanyl. At the end of the world.
Fentanyl in a can.
Yeah.
Fentanyl
in a can.
But you know, over here we have a brewery named the Devil's Hole, the Trou du Diable.
Yeah. The Devil.
It was bought by Molson.
Yeah.
We have a pub like down in Helston, down in Cornwall, which brews its own. It's called Spingo Special, 7.2%. Right, Spingo Special, 7.2%. Right, and they the bar is like called the Blue Anchor Pub, and it's dedicated to it. And every year they have this thing called the Floral Dance, like every roundabout now, about April, May. And I went in there one day, and the pub just serves just Spingo all day. I said, "Hey, why don't you put the special on?" He said, "Oh, we want to keep the place in one piece." People start smashing the place up, like, there we go, man.
Brew dogs.
7.2%, man. Everybody going nuts on it, like,
Most the strongest depends. There's so many strong beers I've tried. I mean, I was in Florida and St. Petersburg, Florida. There's a small little place called Cycle Brewing, and they were fucking brewing up. Hey, look at Steve Wills. Hey, Steve. How you doing, Steve?
Carpenter's The Thing Wins Hangs Down.
Yeah.
Carpenter's The Thing. The Thing.
The Thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just done the fucking poll, isn't he?
What's the alcohol content of Carpenter's The Thing?
Carpenter's,
yeah. Is it like 19%, 57%?
Who does that? There's a lager that's at 13% in there.
There's a whole bunch. I mean, stouts 14%, 15%.
Oh man, there's a guy. We have a guy in here called who does the real ale fucking things. I put him on my lives every now and again. Like, he does reviews, and he had one on there like it was like 15% a stout, like, you know, and it had coffee and caramel flavors to it. And he said, "This is just a quaffing one. It's so nice. He said, you could just drink it and it's just fucking rip your head off, like, you know, 15%." Like,
I think Steve has tuned into the front half of the show, because that's what we were talking about at the front half of the show.
There was a poll. There was a poll up there. There you go.
Yeah. Forward. What was there? Oh, right.
So the poll right
sorry.
now.
I apologize. I thought he was going like, "Oh, what's your best horror movie?" at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
sorry.
He probably just come on and seen the poll, like,
As it stands, the Fog is winning by 38%. Halloween, the Thing 31%. Halloween 22%, and They Live only has 9%.
Wow.
Yeah, but then not many people believe in the conspiracy, though, do they? So they can't handle a movie like They Live. They can't fucking handle it. Yeah. But when they're all wiped out, that 9% of us who were left who understood They Live will be here to take over the land. So
who is in that again? They Live.
Yeah, the Tactical is a specialized brew.
Tactical.
57%.
Tactical Nuclear Penguin.
That's fucking vodka.
Wow. trying to think of some real classic ones I used to remember. Diamond White was another one I used to remember drinking.
I'm
Won't be
going to
long
get some
done
more
once I-
bowl.
Timing.
I'd say another one I used to like drinking. It was like Kronenberg 1664.
Ooh, you know what? I like that. I like
That's
that every
nice.
once in a while.
Very
Every
nice,
once in a while,
that is.
I like that. Yeah. You know what I had? I don't mind it. Is facts. I don't mind it every once in a while.
Facts.
You ever had facts?
No.
They're out of where? Norway? Is it Norway?
Oh right. No. I tell you what.
Norway?
I think.
I don't know, but
I think they sell it in something like Lidl's over here, and Aldi. I think sell that. But I'm not really into sort of stuff like that. I mean, I used to drink Special Brew at one time as well, like when I was a kid.
50. Oh yeah. Special.
When it was at 9%. Now it's 7.5%.
They dropped it down.
Oh yeah, they did that with that and Tenant Super as well.
Wow.
Which is outrageous, really, because if you go around, man, you've got Oranjeboon at 8.5. You got Kapaski, which is also 8.5. You got Skull Super at 8.5. So why put down the classics like Special Brew and fucking Tenant Super? Because they're the old school, like, you know?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, Link Super, what Joe's favorite stuff like
Links. Yeah.
You know, but Link Super is 8.5, the silver can. You know. Why affect the ones that have been around for years and say, oh, you've got to be lower?
Yeah, just leave it
and
alone.
all these other ones are still there. Why not? Why just leave it alone? It was at 9%. It was fucking great. Yeah, it was great at 9% Special Brew. Man.
Yeah.
You could drink fucking 4 cans of that and you were fucking well happy. You know.
Yeah,
they have a beer at the Devil's Hole, Trou du Diable. It's called the Shawinigan Handshake. It's our former Prime Minister Jacques Chrétien that have the devil in the Shawinigan Handshake.
Shake the Devil's Handshake. Yeah. What was the one? What was the one that Gareth had? He used to drink Blue Moon, wasn't it? Blue Moon.
804.
804 as well. He had that as well.
Yeah, he used to drink the 804.
Yeah, but he liked the Blue Moon as well. Like,
yeah.
Which I started drinking.
1664. That's a good one.
Yeah, we were talking about that a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, real nice that is.
And you get the 1664 white too. That's
the white,
really
good. The white.
Yeah, which was like a whitish like lager, wasn't it?
I mean, if I was fucking 804 if I'm able to, it's so hard to get now.
Chevesa was the best, wasn't it? I heard that the Chevesa one.
Yeah.
We haven't got it over here. We haven't got 804. I haven't seen it in the UK.
It was Steven's asking if it was banned.
I'll tell you what, like Oranjeboon do a 13%, which is in a red orangey. I think it's in an orange or a green can. I can't remember, one of the two. Yeah, which is like only sold in Europe. It won't sell it over here.
Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine. He went to the beer festival like in Germany, and they had lagers over there, like 25%, and you can only have a small. You can only have a small cup of it. They wouldn't even. Give you said no big glass on that. Like, you know,
the big ones are like 4%, I think, or 5%. But
but you get the small. You get the small cups, like, and it was like 25% lager. 25%.
A 25% lager. Fuck.
Yeah, 25% proof. So that's like drinking. I mean, you have a small cup of that, you're fucking whoa, like here we go. Yeah. You know, that's doing your liver in no fucking good, like, you know.
That's when you get the fruit flavored ones, right?
Well, that's like the wines and Perry's and fucking ciders, like, you know. Fuck me, here we go. Perry's are fucking lethal, man. If you get one of those, like, it's like and ciders, like, it's like apple juice, you know, and it's like fucking 17%. Like, fucking hell, here we go. Fuck me, on a hot day, man. Put some ice in it. 2 pints of that, and you're on it. Whoa.
Well, I've got some crackers, cheese, and pickles here. Look, folks.
Yeah, you got. I got a little nose. You got.
You've got
Food,
yourself a
but
plate
I got
with
the
it on, like.
ball. I got the ball.
I got no food.
I've got a hungry dog waiting for scraps. Look.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
My
waiting.
big girl.
There you go. Like, put that back. Put those biscuits down. I'll have a lot.
Pickled. Would you like a pickled onion?
Pickled onion.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
She doesn't give a fuck. She's like, it's food. I want it now.
I'll eat it.
I want another one.
Oh,
Give me another one.
no.
Nothing worse than pickled onions. Like, fuck me.
She's so adorable.
Try a bit of cheese.
Pickled onions, like.
Oh, fucking pickled onions are deadly.
Farts are like, especially if you got somebody who's eating. You know those silver screen ones, like they do it in vinegar, don't they?
Have you guys ever? Have you guys ever had pickled leeks?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, fucking clean you right out.
Oh fuck me, man! They go right through you.
Fuck.
Runs out, hot, burning.
Cleans you right out.
Besides pickled eggs, I'm not really a pickled guy.
Oh man, pickled eggs is another one as well. Like, you remember? I used to remember going in pubs, like, and chip shops, like, and you'd have a big jar of it, because you'd probably been there for about fucking 8 months, you know, and you'd be like that.
Matt, Steve's saying onions are toxic to dogs.
No, they're not.
Pickled walnuts.
No, they're not.
Pickled what? No. Pickled
Onions,
walnuts.
No, they're not. Onions, dogs.
What was it? What was it? Somebody
Those.
said they had like asparagus, like pickled asparagus. You get in America as well. Walmart. Yeah, Walmart does that. Pickled asparagus.
Over here, they got Steve and something. What are they called?
Apparently, they can. Yeah, like 50 grams per 10 kilograms. So that would mean 150 grams.
So that means that if they ate the entire jar.
She's not getting it. She's not
Yeah,
getting the
we'll
lethal
doing
dose.
that, like fucking right.
Nah.
Doing that. We'll be leaving a full
And
jar.
I know this because she fucking loves onions and she eats them all the time. So
She looks at you.
She's like, "Where's my onions? Give me my onions."
She's got that.
What was it you said a couple of days ago? She had some frozen food that you had left on the grill or something, wasn't it?
well, yeah, it wasn't frozen. It was refrigerated compartment,
Right.
fresh cottage pie.
Oh,
just
she ate
put
half
it in
of that?
and cook it. She had half of it. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Wow. And you still at it after?
Yeah, because I figured that if there's any bacteria on a thing, like, 40 minutes in a hot oven, it's going to cook all that bacteria, so it'll be all right then after.
Kill it. Yeah. Too much.
Wow.
Too much. Oh, she's happy now.
Oh, she's game. She's game for it. It's the only time you ever see her is when there's fucking food around. She's like, "Yeah, who are you?" Oh, food.
Mine's like,
Hello,
the only
I'm
thing
your
that-
best
the
friend.
Yeah.
The only thing that gets him up like is
you
a
got
tin of
fruit.
mackerel.
Hello.
As soon as I get a tin of mackerel out of the cupboard, he's like, there.
Mackerel.
And then as soon as I open the lid, like, he could be upstairs.
have to get
He
the
could be
tin
upstairs under the
fermented
bed.
herring out.
Right, yeah. And you just open the tin and you'd hear it open and he'd be like down like a shot. Deep sleep.
The fermented herring.
Oh, still waiting for somebody to do that challenge. Like,
That challenge.
What's that stuff called again? Like
Fermented herring, isn't it? Oh,
Sastromi.
Yeah.
Sastromi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, man.
From
Yeah,
Denmark, I think.
I reckon. I think it's from that neck of the woods or somewhere else.
I know it's from
Swedish.
Finland.
Yeah, it's Swedish.
Swedish or
Swedish, yeah.
Denmark.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I reckon I could do it.
Delicacy there.
I reckon I could eat it.
I've seen a guy with a
you can
strong
get by the
stomach.
smell and you
Fucking,
open it up.
Get
yeah.
past the smell. Like the smell is the one. It's like apparently it's like a fucking sewer. It
Yeah.
smells worse than the sewer.
Worse.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
10 times.
I mean, fuck me. I thought shit coming out of a fucking sewer smelled bad like that. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, no, man, no.
I put the video on quite a few times and I should do it. So the videos of the two guys in the caravan is fucking hilarious. He throwing up on his mate, like actually throws up on his mate as well. At one stage. Not good.
Oh.
Not good.
There's a group of guys here in Canada. They call the Trailer Park Boys.
That's true.
And they went down that way one time, and one of their challenges was to eat that, and the guys didn't know. Just by opening the can,
That's it.
the guys were gagging.
Gagging straight away, like it is like
Yeah.
the two
And
guys
the
in the
guy-
caravan, like that,
And
right?
the guys that plays Ricky is the guy with the strongest stomach. He's
Oh,
in
man.
the gutter because it's so strong.
Is Trailer Park Boys? Are you talking about the actual Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
Who did
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, the two.
All right. Is it Canadian by any chance?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
they're from
Oh,
Nova Scotia.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
Canadian.
They're from Nova Scotia.
They're funny as fuck, Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're funny. They are. Yeah, funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's Canadian actually.
The guy walks around with a drink. He's got a drink in his hand.
that
Permanently.
explains a lot about the twisted humor.
Yeah.
I didn't think America quite had it in him, and now it explains.
Yeah, but there's one of them. One of them wanders around all the time with a drink in his hand, doesn't he? He's got a fucking beverage.
That's a Julian.
Julian.
Julian with his
Yeah,
rum
he's
and
got a
coke.
beverage in his hand everywhere he goes.
You got Bubbles with the thick glasses.
Big
and he
glasses
got-
on him. Yeah.
Yeah,
when
and
they
you got
did
Ricky.
the
Ricky's the
barbecue?
fuck all is
Yeah.
the worst of them. And
The Trailer
guys
Park
are-
Boys, they always remind me of Fat Freddy's cat. And the guys in Fat Freddy's cat. You remember the video, those
I
cartoons?
don't know that show.
Oh man, you've got to watch Fat Freddy's cat, man. It's fucking hilarious.
But those guys, last year I went to work on the movie, and actually the movie was distributed. It's on their website.
Yeah, I've seen
it's
it.
called SwearNet.
Swear.
It's called the Curse of the Reefer Beast.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a horror comedy.
horror
We
comedy.
had oh man,
It's
it's a
fucking
big
hilarious.
weed monster. It's a guy
Yeah.
that was making
Yeah.
ash in his shed, and the shed blows up, and the guy becomes a big weed
The
monster.
big weed monster. Yeah.
You were working on that, were you?
Yeah, I was working on that movie. My friend Mark, he was the guy
Wow.
in charge of the special effects.
Yeah.
that
Wow,
was-
man, that's a fucking.
I was
hilarious stuff.
doing his assistant. There's the guy one time he's got his head cut off. The blood spurts. I got a picture of the guy with his head in his hands. I'm gonna find it.
That's fucking great. Great thing.
Uh,
My dog's add the cheese and pickles now. She's saying, "But what about the beer?"
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, no, you got some beer there. Come on, give me
I
that
want to
beer.
drink that. Look at the eyes on it. Look, the eyes
Yeah,
are
look at the
just-
more cheese. Give me cheese.
Please.
Cheese.
I want some more.
Well, I
No.
hate to be the
No.
bearer of bad news, but I have to head out, guys.
Can you show the picture?
Which picture?
The one on the bottom.
Stacked up,
Oh,
stacked
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Right.
That
you go up.
that
That's it, man.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow, man. That's
that's
great.
one of the picture. That's the actor with his head, and I'm gonna show you the beast.
Shh.
The beast.
Shush. Too loud. Go beds.
There he is.
Nothing
There
left.
he is. Oh my
There's
god.
my friend Mark putting the some fake blood on him, but
Mr. Hashman.
uh,
Weed man. There he
I'm gonna
is.
show you one of one of the
Fucking hell.
prosthetics that's my friend Mark's work.
Wow. That's fucking
That's
hilarious.
the after and that's the before.
Trailer trash.
Hmm?
Wow, man. That's hilarious.
Huh.
Great program. Great film.
Case
Yeah.
of the Reefer Beast.
Case.
The curse, sorry.
Curse of the Reefer Beast. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that's one of the character. That's her body and
It's Jackie Green.
Fucking
Jackie
hell,
Green. Jackie Green cats and things. Yeah, look, there you go, folks.
Wow,
She
man.
gets around, doesn't she? She does get around. Yeah.
and that's one of the beasts. I torch him at the end.
There he is. That's fucking brilliant. Wow.
That's a person inside that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a dummy, and
Dummy.
at the end of
Oh,
the
I was
movie,
gonna say because it was like a person trying to be like
Yeah,
a robot, but it was
my
actually a
buddy's
robot.
under,
Yeah.
and he's making it move. But
Ah.
the night he's getting torched, that night was my birthday, and as a birthday gift, because you don't see the actor like actually torching
fire.
the mannequin. You just see the blowtorch. I'm holding the blowtorch and blowing the beast away.
Wow.
That was my
Just-
birthday gift.
Fucking brilliant, man. What a scene.
Ah. I'll have to check this out then because I haven't seen that.
It's on the net Swear network.
Yeah.
It's there,
sad.
the network of
What did you say? Piratebay.org. ThePirateBay.org. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
It will be on there, like I guarantee.
Well, there you go. And I
that's
went
where I found it.
and
Oak
and-
Island.
There
yes,
you go, Oak
yes,
Island, man.
I went on Oak Island.
Is that like where the
Wow,
money
man.
pit is?
Exactly. That's when you go in on the island. I
Yeah.
couldn't go like further than that because the island is like all secured and everything. But
Yeah.
the guy was kind enough to
Too
let
much
me take
noise.
a picture of them.
Cool.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad you managed to get to work on a movie and see all that stuff.
It's a great laugh as well. Like,
And
really good.
actually, right now I'm working. I'm in the production process of. I will make a documentary. It's concerning a British airman, an RAF sergeant that came to Canada to train troops in 1942, but unfortunately was hanged for murder,
Wow.
and he was wrongfully hanged for murder.
Oh.
Ooh.
And
dear.
I'm doing a documentary on that. It's a really great story. It's I did a paranormal investigation at the jail where he was jailed, and I went to investigate that jail 81 years after he got hung. The
Wow.
night, the same night, the night of the 15th to the 16th of December.
Wow.
I was there at the same time he was hanged, and I did my whole investigation through. It
Wow.
was awesome. Oh
bet.
my God.
Yeah, jails have got their own unique thing to them, especially.
He obviously wasn't very happy, that hanged man. Yeah.
No, but I think when you kind of feel a connection with a spirit. I think he wants me to do that documentary because he wants his name cleared. He wants like, I'm dead now, but please can you clear my name?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. Mate.
Well,
I'll give it a
I
watch
well,
then.
yeah, it's
go on, say it,
thanks,
Steve.
We're
We-
we're
you-
we're we're,
you-
we're
you
gonna
know what you're
we're
gonna
gonna do a
say, but-
special stream. We
We don't-
finally made 1K. We're gonna do a
Oh
special stream.
yeah, you did have a
Finally,
fire. Yeah, you
finally.
made.
Hey,
you
look,
made,
the fireworks! Hey, the
you made a
fireworks!
thousand. Yeah, Melissa
Yeah.
posted something about it
Oh,
like a couple of
folks,
days ago.
Yeah.
Folks.
But like that Asian guy in the movie in Vegas.
Hang on.
All right.
Are you talking about subscriber numbers? You've
Yeah.
Yeah,
Finally
you've
made
just-
what? You've
1K.
only just got past 1K,
Only.
Yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
It takes off from here. You'll get to 2, 3, 4K now. I'll be fucking it.
Awesome.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
the
Awesome.
moment you get the first 1K, YouTube goes, oh. We've kept him in the dirt for long enough. We'll let him have a little bit of a sniff.
look at that tonight. You got
Sniff
39.
of Satan's
Thir-
knickers.
39
There you go.
people
You can
watching,
sniff Satan's knickers now.
That's 30. You got 38
Well,
people watching.
we'll do a special
little bit more
special
than what
stream and
Barry's doing with his stream and at 13. Like.
Barry.
John.
Barry. Oh yeah.
Mine she's right there.
Somebody's passed.
Oh,
Yeah. Yours
guys-
seems like a lot de-stressed to mine. She's like, oh, just lie down.
Labrador,
I'm gonna chill out.
She's my service dog. She has to get me down because if I
Labrador.
wouldn't have her, I would be all over the
Well, all over the place. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
What do
take
they
her
call
on
those?
the shoots?
Don't,
Did you
don't
take her on the
put
shoots?
any pickled onions.
Did you take her on the shoots?
Shoot.
No, unfortunately, no. Especially when I do paranormal investigation, you're
You become undisabled when you're on the shoots temporarily.
yeah. But
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. My mind is kind of not at. I have so much my head into what I'm doing that I
Mhm.
don't think to stress. But if I go into a store, oh, fuck, it's like,
Yeah.
thank you, bye.
Well, I'd take
Bye.
mine in there, but she'd fucking eat half the food on the shelves. Yeah.
They call that emotional support book.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, you beautiful angel.
Emotional damage. Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care.
Right.
Ready?
Yeah. Are you kicking us then? Right. Thanks very much. Then. Right. Okay. I know my friends are right. Okay. Yeah. I'm going off with my friends now. Then. Right. Yeah, bye. Bye. Yeah.
Take care, guys. Take care.
All the best. Yeah. Cheers.
All the best. Laters.